I know you said you brought your people, your bruh, this Bible study. You got some questions. Go ahead and shoot. You dig? We ain't nothing special. If you got questions, the script got answers. That's all we saying. You know what I'm saying? We go through the same struggles you go through, same arguments, same unemployment, same everything we go through. You know what I'm saying? Same thing you go through, we go through. You know what I'm saying? So our profession is, without batting an eye, we the 12 tribes of Israel, descendants of that. When you're speaking about the Bible, don't speak about a religion. You feel me? They talk about Christianity today, Judaism, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, Egyptology, whatever you're talking about. The Bible don't talk about religion. It gives structure for us, commandments, laws, statutes. You know what I'm saying? What we must do to obey and love our God, for Him to love us. He said, if you love me, do what I tell you to do. Keep my commandments. You did. And we follow the faith of His Son that you speak of, that you read about in the New Testament, Christ. You feel me? But He was a Hebrew out the tribe of Judah, according to the book of Hebrews. You feel me? So He was a Hebrew out the nation of Israel, prophesied to come to go ahead and do the work of His Father. You know what I'm saying? So we look at the scriptures spiritually, and then from a nation standpoint, from a nationality standpoint. You feel me? Like if somebody was to ask you your nation, if we still in 2018, if we still running black, the color of your jacket right there, African American, 2 continents, we missing the mark. When you asking about nation or ethnicity or kindred, somebody asking you, well, who are your fathers? Where they from? You feel me? And if we can't do nothing but go back to Big Mama house, if all we know is, man, my people from Mississippi, or Alabama, or Georgia, who was you before the slave ships? You see what I'm saying? We was a whole people before then. You did. So that's what we believe, the Bible from cover to cover. But it does not talk about nor promote any religion you see today. Any of them. What is you on over there, man? My phone. Yeah, boy, you watching some heathens, huh? That's all good. No, that was Israelite. Okay. Debating me. Okay. But look, all we saying is, so you're going to see us in the Bible from cover to cover. All right? Any questions you got, please don't hesitate to do this. Raise your hand and ask. You know what I'm saying? We family. Got some questions, the scriptures got answers. You know what I'm saying? But we not in here on no religious tip. Some brothers are like, I'm not religious. We ain't either. That's right. And we are spiritual, though. We believe, you know what I'm saying? We believe in the spirit of the Most High. And we believe in the laws that govern the spirit of the Most High. All right, so from cover to cover. Any questions you got, make yourself at home. It's all good. We got food over there. Get you something to eat. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. All right, but earlier today, we was talking about when I came through, we was talking about the Passover and how serious the Passover is. Because some people pull up there and be thinking that's a what's the name of that buffet everybody goes to? No, Corral. Golden Corral. Everybody think it's the Golden Corral. You feel me? You know about the Golden Corral? Yeah, she like, yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. But everybody think because the food is gonna be set out. You can be like, oh man, I'm about to enjoy myself. And you thinking physically, carnally. You feel me? But the Passover is a spiritual feast. It's so real. It's so real that the very thing our forefathers went through thousands of years ago. Like, look, we the only ones that say working hard like a Hebrew slave. We say this. Jewish folk don't say that. Africans don't say that. It's you. The Asians don't say that. It's us here in America. We say, what you been a man working hard like a Hebrew slave? Man? Well, who were the Hebrew slaves? Then when you get to the Bible, you understand who they were. And then when you really understand, you be like, well, you know what? We are the descendants of the Hebrew slaves as the descendants of slaves here in America. Oh, we. And the Bible prophesied about such. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to show and touch on how serious the Passover is. We're not because we're gonna be there, right? But don't come to thinking it's like, okay, this is a buffet. The scripture going to your mindset, man. You're supposed to eat that deal in haste, with your loins girded. Like, look, we could be leaving captivity tonight. So we can't both be like, oh, you know, dang, yeah, you know. Now we supposed to be eating the feast, thanking the Most High, and in the mindset of we're leaving slavery, captivity tonight. That's how serious that is. And the Bible goes into if you looking at it any other way, you could be eating damnation to yourself. All right, so it ain't nothing to scare nobody. Just take it serious, is what we're saying. You feel me? Remember what God did for you in the past and what He'll do for us in the future. Go ahead, sis. Oh yeah, we see the communion. See, you know what's crazy about that? See, every religion adopts something out the scripture, right? But they do that thing. I ain't been in church in a long time. Is it once a month or something like that?
They do it once a week.
Once a week now?
First Sunday. First Sunday every month.
Okay, first Sunday. Okay. Gerald saying like where he go once a week. I wouldn't put it past him. But the deal is dealing with Passover, Pesach. We are about to read in 1 Corinthians 11. That event was done once a year. What they call communion is Passover.
The
wine and the bread and all that was done once a year.
When I was going to church, we did once a month in church. They was like, you better repent before you do it.
Yeah. Because they reading Corinthians, but they came up with their own understanding. They came up with their own understanding. Come on in, sister. Come on. It's open. Boys, it's going down out there, ain't it, boy? Y'all bought some food, man?
Yeah.
Most I bless you and your household, my brother.
What will separate you from the love of God?
Nothing.
Not peril.
Nothing. That's right. Hey, my sister, they bought some food.
your hand.
They brought some food. Hey, y'all want to put it up there, up here? She said, y'all put it up there. Most I bless the house of your head, man.
We know he ain't cooked. Canupia cooked.
I know my sister Canupia cooked that up. He ain't cooked nothing now.
He will eat it though.
Yeah, no doubt. Most I bless y'all. Let's go to 1 Corinthians, the 11th chapter. Let's start around verse 20. That's what y'all grew up with. What a bro? He in the bathroom or something? Before he get up out of here. 2-2.
Mad about getting with.
2-2. Yeah. What's up with you, man? Y'all good? Shalom. Folk tribe of the dead. All right, we good. So, hey, Shabbat Shalom, Worldwide Assembly, all praises, glory, and honor. We didn't name the class or the feed anything. We're probably gonna be doing a little freestyling or whatever. Honor and Humility STL, Hebrew Israelite Radio Network, Sector of the Nazarene, Order McKills of that camp right out of the STL. Y'all know this, bro. These brothers right here. Let me pull this over. Little taste. Y'all know them brothers. Y'all know them.
The garbage collector.
The dumb shelter.
That's it, man.
Hey, grab a door right there for us. It's like Domino's. Somebody order Domino's? Domino's? You want Domino's? Okay, it's right here. What's up with it, bro? Well, that's Domino's right there. Okay, go ahead and take care of it. And then business. Oh, yeah. You a Hebrew, right? All right. Well, yeah, we having Bible study over here today, man. What's good? We do this every Friday night, man. Come on through. We be over there after midnight.
I go to school in Iowa. I'm on spring break right now. I'll be back in school next week.
Next week?
So like, man.
You give me a number, bro? Put
on
the channel or whatever.
Yeah, come back and rock with us, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Shane, get with them niggas. This is our minister of information right here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go ahead and rap with us, bro. Like, look, you already know. You said shalom. You know what I'm saying? My name is Malachi.
Shalom, bro.
Okay, that's what's up.
Just set up, man. Look, hit me up. We'll talk. You know what I'm saying?
You get all your info.
We live right now.
We live right now on YouTube, man. Tell your family shalom, man.
We got a whole Hebrew Israelite Radio Network.
Shalom, man.
We got a piece of man here. He even know he Hebrew.
Yeah.
Hey, found down.
Yeah. I'll pray.
I'm definitely get that shot on.
Yeah,
Please do,
man.
Hey, keep that call, man. How's the brother?
Yeah.
All right. Shalom.
Most I be with you.
I know where you work.
That bottom lock. What's that bottom? The bottom lock right there. Right there on yeah. All right, brother. Be safe out there. All right. So once again, right back at it with another chop session. We're gonna do 1 Corinthians 11. We're gonna go over the importance of Passover real quick. Shabbat Shalom to the Worldwide Assembly. And we're gonna go over the importance of Passover and how serious it is. It's not nothing you take lightly. You understand? Some of you be like, you know what? That's what the Most High did for us all them years. You're talking about close to 4,000 years ago. And which a nation like Egypt never recovered off that. It's still a dust bowl. Outside of a tourist site for those who look at the pyramids or those to piss on the pyramids.
That's what
It
y'all-
really ain't. It ain't nothing. Egypt used to be the world power. That means its exports was #1 out here. Meaning what it was selling as a cash crop on international trade routes, it was popping. What is Egypt known for today? What do you buy out of Egypt today? What do you buy out of Egypt today? What export? Anything.
Sheets.
Huh?
Cotton.
Look cotton. Is you sure? Huh? A little bit of cotton at that, huh? Ain't nothing major like that. It went from a world power. And look, you don't go from a world power to like a third world country overnight. You feel me? Something happened to where, you feel me, Egypt was visited by the power of God. Now, a lot of people think it's a game. If you look into what's called the Papyrus of APPAREL, it's the Egyptian chronicles, blow by blow details of what happened in Exodus. And that's their chronicles. They talk about the rivers turning to blood. APPAREL is spelled IPUWER. APPAREL. IPUWER. The Papyrus, PAPYRUS. Papyrus of APPAREL. IPUWER. Go look at that and look. When you look it up on line, it's gonna show you the Exodus account on the side of it, and then the Egyptian account. I'm talking about everything from locusts to lice to blood to the death of the firstborn. Everything you talking about, the Egyptians chronicled as their beloved nation was fallen. Right. So as their beloved nation was fallen, the children of God, those that were slaves building treasure cities, were redeemed. You understand? Now you can look at that today and say, okay, well, the same thing could go down here, but even greater, because on the back of your dollar, you got a dollar in your pocket? You pull out the dollar for me. Pull out the dollar for me. And look on the back of it for me. Let me know what you see.
You gotta piece it out. I want to show mama.
No doubt. No doubt.
No
doubt. But this is so significant because that's what the fabric of American society is built off of. I don't care if you got $1 million or $50,000 or $10. Everything is the foundation is that dollar right there. What's on the back of that dollar? You got a who? A pyramid. All right. Now the prophecy said you going back into Egypt by way of ships. You going back into slavery or bondage, but this time by ships. The Hebrew word aniot, ships. You going back that way by ships, right? Now how ironic when they form their currency, they got Egyptian symbolism on the back of it, and many other things when you really get down into it. You know what I'm saying? So what we're saying is our God visited Egypt 3,500 years, 4,000 years ago on account of us, and reduced it from a world empire to a third world country, to where you barely can name what exports come up out of it. He named cotton. Anybody else got anything else? What else come out of Egypt today?
Camel dung.
Camel boo boo. That's what he's talking about. Camel dung. I'm saying that's look. You talking about something major as a world empire, and you can only name one thing it produces. You feel me? You can't tell me the power of God ain't hit that place. And when you read the Papyrus of APPAREL, you really see they documented as they was falling. What happened? You got something, Nick?
I was just saying, look, the bulk of it also, their money comes in from different exhibitions to different museums when they
That's
send
right.
out.
That's right.
So look, they deal in death. Their dead is what's making them the most of their money.
Oh, okay. The skeletons of the
yeah,
pharaohs and all that.
Yeah. Sending out their stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
to different places.
attraction.
Yeah. They got it right now. They're in the art museum right now.
Mm-hmm.
They just sat there and uncrated all this stuff.
I go ahead, Joey. What's good?
When you look at Israel, like whoever have us in captivity and power, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
We be the people, we be the money, we be the merchandise. You know what I'm saying? We be the gold. We be the priceless thing. You know what I'm saying? What he's called the apple design. You understand? We be in that precious commodity that people or nations need to use to benefit off of one way or another. Whether we speaking of or it's negative or positive, they have to come through us. There's no way around it. There's no way around anything. Even now in your modern day society, don't they come to the ghettos to get all their stuff that they really need that they can't get from these big people?
Yeah, we make it consume.
Feel me? So it's like when we left a fire, shit, they done. It's always same way, same way. If you look down, look at it out.
So
Like,
Babylon is no more, huh?
Man,
Egypt, Rome, Persia.
When we leave that deal, when we leave it.
Oh. So we looking at about the same thing for America there, right?
The same exact thing, because look,
Right,
use their economy. The first commodities on the stock market was the slaves. It wasn't nothing else. You got to bring them slaves in, because you need them slaves to build your economy. How else America become the most powerful nation within a few hundred years? Nobody else came up that quick. Nobody. How? How do you have the children of God working for 0 cents an hour? You feel me?
For hundreds.
And look, still ain't tripping off repaying you about nothing. Because look, they know that your payoff is the kingdom of heaven. Y'all look up Senator, what's the cat name? Barry. Senator, what's his name? Last name was Barry. Senator Barry in the 1800s. It was after the revolt of Nat Turner. And he's let it be known. He was like, look, they are inheritors of the kingdom of heaven. We must by every means extinguish the light. Henry Barry, that's his name. Henry Barry. Y'all look up Senator Henry Barry when y'all get a chance. He said we must by any means extinguish the light that was given to them by God. You feel me? Because Nat Turner rose up like, look, hey, every scripture they think they got to justify enslavement, we got triple to justify our revolt against them. You feel me? He went to war behind it. He did, but right after that, that scared so-called white folk, and they was like, dang. So Senator Henry Barry, you look him up. It'll blow your mind. He said, we must by every means extinguish the light that was given to them by God. Feel me? Because if the mind touched any source of original of its original power, we're done. In so many terms, that's what he said. What you got? You got it?
So I'm giving you a small quick spiel. It's Henry Barry's speech in 1832 to be exact.
So Nat Turner revolt was in 1830.
2 years out.
1829, 1830, because he died in 1831. So like 1830. So a year later. Nat Turner was born in 1800, died in 1831, 31 years old. Younger than me. You understand? Now, trip off, look, his movement was so powerful, the U.S. government had to get together and say, you know what? We need to go ahead and talk about this. What do you say? What do you got?
Real quick, it says, it is in vain unless you can extinguish that spark of intellect which God has given them.
Wow.
Hold on, who?
The intellect which God has given them.
The intellect that God has given them. He's talking about the slaves.
Come on.
The intellect that God gave the slaves. Come on.
He says, sir, we have, as far as possible, closed every avenue which light may enter.
You see that?
Wow. We say you have to close every avenue to which light will enter.
That God gave them. Now, this is the U.S., this is a senator. So you can go as far as saying the United States government knows exactly who you are. If you can look up George Washington, the so-called first president of the United States, right? He swore in on Deuteronomy 28. Not just the Bible closed and, you know, I uphold to it. Man, he flipped the Bible open to Deuteronomy 28. Which is the scripture that identifies who the Jews are, the Hebrews, the Israelites. He ain't just swearing in on the Bible when he got inaugurated. He flipped the Bible open to the very chapter that describes your identity. George Washington, that cracker that's on the $1 bill.
You still got it out.
George Washington. You still got it out.
So your first president on that dollar on the back of the same Egyptian captivity and slavery.
So-called
under the Constitution.
Well, you know what he's talking about.
Part of the Confederation, John Hanson.
Yeah.
Let's clear it up though.
Look, he swore in on Deuteronomy 28.
Wow.
You feel me? That's George Washington, your so-called first president of these Confederate states. See, so the world know who you are. Donald Trump just dropped something not that long ago, declaring 400 years. Y'all peep that?
I said that.
Donald Trump, did you send it out? Please send it to Earth. Look, Donald Trump just put out, it wasn't even a month ago.
Yeah, passed the bill.
It wasn't even a month ago.
To fund the 400-year anniversary
of the slaves that was brought here to America and put in bondage. She's talking about you on back. Real talk.
April 30th in 1789.
1789.
1789.
He swore in on Deuteronomy 28. What's the date?
April 30th.
April 30th, 1789. George Washington on your $1 bill swore in on Deuteronomy 28, the very chapter that describes who the children of Israel are via the transatlantic slave trade. It's not a game, man.
You find that in the Huffman Post.
So that means they all know when they sitting around having dinner and shooting they so-called nigga jokes, they know who you are. They know who you are. So look, before we get 1 Corinthians, do me Isaiah 43 real quick. Isaiah 43, I need like 1 through 6, and then we're going to go to 1 Corinthians 11 and go into our series, the Passover years. You feel me? Because it's beyond serious, man. And how could we not remember a God that did this for us?
And hopefully they do it again now.
Scared when they know the truth for them to be doing it. You think that they let somebody through.
Isaiah 43.
Yeah, I think that.
Ask yourself, what other guy got down like that? You read anything about Buddha coming to redeem his people? You ever read anything about Hinduism and all the gods of Egypt? Whoever then got down like the God of Israel, according to their records. Say, okay, I don't believe the Bible. Okay, we'll go into the Buddha scrolls and show me Buddha with prophecies redeeming his people. Show me Krishna for the Hindus. Show me all the different 360 different guys out of Egypt. Show me Allah dealing with the Muslims. There's only one God on record letting it be known. I told you before it was going to happen. I'm going to tell you why it's happening and before it's happening. And then I'm coming to grab you. And I'm going to holler at everybody that got at you about that.
Speak about other nations too.
Yeah.
Don't just speak about his people. You speak about the other nations of the world.
Real talk. Let's watch this. Isaiah 43. Isaiah 43. Start at verse 1. We're going to read like 1 through 6, I believe it is. 1 through 7.
Isaiah chapter 43, verse 1.
What's going on, little sisters? Y'all good? Uh-huh. Y'all got any questions? Raise your hand, all right? It's all good. It's Bible study. All right, come on, Hebrew. Let's get it.
But now, thus said the Most High, that created thee, O Jacob, and he that formed thee, O Israel, fear not, for I have redeemed thee. I have called thee by thy name. Thou art mine.
So he letting it be known. He like, look, you know what I'm saying? Like I called you by your name, my name, you mine. Fear not. So whenever he tell you, look, don't be scared, like we tell your children, don't be scared, it's all good. That mean they scared. You feel me? And they trembling a little taste. So if you tell them like, look, don't even be scared. Relax. I got you. Mama got you. Daddy got you. Ain't nothing to fear. You feel me? That's the Most High comfort in us right here. So y'all can find comfort in these scriptures. Fear not. I don't care what Donald Trump and them do. I don't care what Vladimir Putin and them is doing or the poet. It don't even matter. Most High say, don't you be scared. I got you. You mine. All right, come on, Hebrew.
Verse 2.
Yeah.
When thou passest through the water,
yeah, I
will be with thee.
Now you can say, well, no, that sounds too far-fetched. But don't we got something in our history about us passing through waters? Huh? And was or was he not with us? All right, what situation is that? What we talking about? Egypt. See what I'm saying? So, and the River Jordan. Now, Trip, Isaiah lived after all that happened. You see that? So Isaiah is simply speaking on what happened before, what happened in the future. He like, look, what y'all scared about? It's already on record how your God get down. Right? All right, come on. What else to say?
I will be with thee.
That's right.
And through the rivers, they shall not overflow thee. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned.
Yeah, now hold on. What history we got on that? Shadrach, Meshach, and a bad Negro, right? Abraham too in the book of Genesis.
That's right.
See? No, look, so now y'all smiling because you bringing back
comfort.
Yeah. You bringing back the memory what your God did for you or your people in the past. So he said, I don't care if it's water, I don't care if it's fire. I stand faithful. What you doing? You see? Man, I serve a God like that, man. I ain't, you know, you can get down to Tooth Fairy, and oh my God, you know, I got my own convenience and you know what I'm saying? Grab it for me out. Whatever. You feel me? But when we talking about a God that's on record delivering. Well, look, at a time where it seemed hopeless. You know what I'm saying? It give you strength and let you know keep the faith. You have nothing to fear. You feel me? You sit back, get your popcorn together. Say, no, I'm about to sit back and watch how this go down. But this is interesting.
I'm trying to tell you.
This is interesting. Because he done did it before, man. You know what I'm saying? And we find comfort in the scriptures. Like I say in the New Testament, we'll get there. Whatever was written aforetime was written for what? I understand it and learn it. That we through hope of the scriptures might do, that we through faith in the scriptures might find hope. You see what I'm saying? So he said, look, you done went through the water, I had you. You done went through the fire, and I got you. They putting chemtrails in the air. You got fire, you got water, and you got air. All elements, and he still got you. All right, what else?
Neither shall the flame kindle
Hallelujah.
upon thee.
What up, Bruce? Yeah, what's up, Hebrew? Go ahead.
For I am the Lord thy God.
Yeah.
The Holy One of Israel.
See, you want to call him the Holy One of Israel, then feel good up in here. I be feeling it all up my spine. Like,
oh, yeah, you want to flex on that.
I'm really ecstatic behind this.
What make you more on
Man, I be ready, man. I be having to calm down, you know. Yeah. I be having to calm down at times, like, you know what, hey, you know, be patient, be humble. But man, I be ready to get bow-legged in the shoulders over this testimony, like, man, because there's no other God that actually moves like this. I'm saying, who else moves like this? Is all I'm saying. Hey, we should rejoice and boast in the Most High God, man. Not to be to the point to where we pride overrule, but you know, be confident. The scripture, you be confident in the Lord, man. Be strong in his power. You know what I'm saying? He done did it before, man. Like, so if you say, okay, I'm not gonna believe in him, I'm gonna believe in some other God. What other God you gonna pick that get down like this? Like, who else showed up? I'm talking about even if you say, I don't believe that happened, all I'm asking is, what other record are you going to read where some other God did this for his people? You don't have it.
Let's be a little arrogant.
Come on with it.
Where on record is there any God in this earth that did anything for the so-called Negro?
Oh, wait, that's even harder. That's a good question.
Any God?
Y'all know good and well why Jesus ain't never showed up for y'all. Y'all can kill that. You can cancel that. Cancel Christmas. You know good and well. For one, Jesus ain't no white boy. Two, he never showed up. You feel me? That was something concocted by the so-called religion of Christianity, which was formed after these records were put together. You see what I'm saying? That's something totally different. And sometimes our people got to fight. I was talking to a beloved brother today, no, sister today. And she was like, I still struggle a little bit, Hebrew, with that. Like when I heard about Christ and I heard about that, I still see like a little white image in my mind. I said, you know, just stay focused and keep banging on it. You feel me? Long as you know that you believe in the Bible from cover to cover, and you know from cover to cover, don't say nothing about no blue-eyed, lily-blind white boy that love everybody. Long as you know that, then ain't nothing to worry about. You feel me? But stand on his walk, stand on what he taught, stand on his teachings. You feel me? Stand on the mission his father sent them to do. You understand? Then you can start relating to him as a brother going through what you go through every day. Because look, it's no different. You go through every day. The cops mess with us, right? Who was messing with Messiah and them when they was around? The Romans. The ancestors of the very cops that's messing with you.
The Gentiles.
The ancestors of the very cops is laying you down in the streets, killing you. They just was crucifying them back then. It wasn't just Christ that got nailed to the cross. Many of the Hebrews was nailed to crosses.
Other nations.
By Romans. The fathers of these same white jackals is killing you today. Nothing new. Nothing new. When they find out who the Messiah was, they found out where he was from. You know how you today, you be like, man, where you from? Rooks, I heard what you talking about, but where you from? Right? And then you be like, man, I'm from so-and-so. They found out where the Messiah was from. He was from Nazareth. Right? The question got asked, can any good thing come out of Nazareth? Because Nazareth was not the spot where good behavior and good things was coming out of. They like, hold on, how is you who you say you are and you from who? Bro, I'm from East St. Louis. I'm from Washington Park. you know what I'm saying? So when he was doing his thing and people asked where he was from, people would ask right out the gate, how is he that? Or how is he who he claim he is, or who they say he is, but nothing good ever came out of it. So now you can understand that he was from the ghetto. He hung out with 12 brothers. You know what I'm saying?
One that snaked like all.
Yeah, one partner that snitched on him, turned it into the boys.
Them ain't black folks.
I mean, look. So then you start like forming a picture in your mind about, dang, I see that every day. But it was because of righteousness. It wasn't because he was out here robbing, raping, and killing and selling dope. He wasn't on that. He was doing what was right in the eyes of his God, and the elders of his people snitched on a white man to him. Say, man, get him gone. Snatching power. All right, come on. What else we got? So that said, so we can understand the Bible, so we can relate more to it. I mean, we grew up looking at movies of white Jesus that, oh, yes, oh, no. If you understand, he comes from the same cut that you come from. Now you can relate. Now you can sit back and say, okay, I get that. That makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Did you see yourself in these scriptures?
Bruce, you remember we read that parable that one time about the pounds? I see. How long ago was that? A few months ago. But it stuck with you, didn't it? You feel me? That was a parable about pounds. You feel me? Not pounds like drugs, but pounds like money. You understand? But the knowledge behind it stuck with you, didn't it? Because we was rapping. You was sitting right there. We was rapping about it. You was like, dang, that make all the sense in the world. You feel me? And that's what the Messiah about, man. He about relating to everybody up in here to where you can understand, like, dang, okay, I get that. And then he'll tell you an earthly story with a heavenly meaning. Like, like we know about that. If you in the streets somewhat, you heard about a pound or seen a pound. You see what I'm saying? To where I can relate to that. So naturally, you like, let me get myself together. You see what I'm saying? Yo, I know you got something.
Yeah, like what you said, like, say you walk a life, right? Even before you had the truth.
Yeah.
And like, you know what I'm saying? You understood, you know, it was a creator, you know, it was a father. But it's like he talked to you like that. Like bro saying, it's like he talked to you like you know the language, like what he's saying to you, like certain things happen to you in your life, and you like, dang, I think that was that was the father punishing me for that, or like, dang, I think that was them, that was the father talking through them to me. You know what I'm saying? I think saying that to me, like it's like you've been there the whole time talking to you. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all been having a conversation. It's been punishment going down. It's been blessings. It's like the whole time. It's like you start to learn how he moves.
Right.
You start to learn like, okay, I know how he moves. You know what I'm saying? Rather so when something happens, like I know the Lord did it, or no, they ain't got nothing to do with the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You just know how he moves when certain things happen in your life. I know Lord had to do with it, or Lord had no do with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just sort of learn through your walk of life, even before you had to like been there rapping with you, like you're saying. You feel me? It's like his whole movement, you sort of learn his move. You know what I'm saying?
And so when you came into the truth, then it made sense. I'm saying, so when you came into the truth and then you started getting into these holy notes, started making sense. I said, man, Lord told me about that before. Everybody heard it before you even heard it out the script.
Yeah.
Man, Lord told me wasn't no white man coming down my Christmas tree and putting gifts in my house.
Most of us ain't got no chimneys. You ain't got no chimney at the I don't have a chimney.
You know, somebody told me that Santa got a magic key.
Oh, that's what they said. Came in and ate your cookies and drank your milk, but
with a magic key.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Easter bunnies don't lay no eggs. You see what I'm saying? And so the Lord, like you said, been speaking to you the whole time. It's just the fact is when you get into these scripts, it makes sense.
Yeah.
And boy, he was right there the whole time telling me the same.
No doubt. No doubt. Go ahead, bro.
Like even like the Lord taught me in a kind of different way. Like consciously, like when I go on like my second opinion, like I follow my second mind, I always get in trouble. And then it had been stuff I'd seen in dreams and it came to pass. Like it had showed me something and it happened. I'd be like, it's like a deja vu.
Yeah.
But I be knowing, I be like, this is a sign from the Lord showing me
it is.
This is coming.
Yeah.
So prepare yourself.
Yeah. Like some of us done had deja vu since we've been young children. You feel what I'm saying?
Like it's like stuff like that. Like I don't
see it before it happens to you.
I don't get upset when it happens. Like I just know like it was coming. So
like, so look, learn from it and prepare for it. You know what I'm saying? Like dealing with that, you don't really trip off of it till you in the middle of it. Like say I had deja vu about this right here, right? I wouldn't trip off of it until just now. I wouldn't trip off with driving up here, parking, walking in the door. You feel me? But the Most High show you things before it happened for a reason. And that's really, for the most part, is to warn you. You know what I'm saying? So when you be having these visions, you supposed to ask the Most High, give me understanding on that. What that means.
Like I be scared to question though, because I was told you're not supposed to question.
Yeah, but
so I just wait till it to happen. I'd be like, so like I be feeling like he guided my footsteps already because I knew it was coming. So what's your next move? Because this like this is what I bless you. This is your greatest blessing, the opportunity to make your own decision. So
but true.
I gave you the tools to show what was going to happen. Now what's your next decision?
Not true about this. Not you just said you was told you wasn't supposed to question, right? But even when you dealing with your son, you got a son, right? How many questions he asked you a day?
1,000.
1,000. All right, so what makes you think you can't question the Most High God? Because you his son.
Yeah.
You say, not sure about this, not sure about this. Hear me out real quick, right? There's a scripture in the Apocrypha called 2nd Ezra, right? And every question man has today about why we heard, why God allowed wickedness, why it is, he asks. And the Most High busted his head with the answers. But he never told him, don't ask. He actually asked, what you got? What you want to know? You feel me? So what we've been told all this time is not necessarily true. You can ask the Most High until you're blue in the face about what's going on. Because you want what? Answers and understanding. You see what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with that. It's different for somebody that don't want to understand. He don't care. He can care less about that. But if you want understanding and you want answers and you sincere, ask away. And just have faith to know the answer's coming. You feel me? Look, let's finish this though. Isaiah 43. Watch this. Watch this. Isaiah 43. Let's get into it.
Back to verse 3 at the top.
Yeah.
For I am the Lord thy God, the Holy One of Israel. Thy sake, I have gave Egypt for thy ransom.
You know what he said? Now we going into Passover now, and it was about the destruction of Egypt, right? The Most High is reminding us through the mouth of Isaiah's prophet. He said, look, I'm the Holy One of Israel, your Savior. You remember Egypt? Well, I dropped Egypt for you. How could you ever forget him? That's my question. Like, some people get offended and mad, like, oh my God. Like, look, nobody was saying nothing when Mike Brown was getting gunned down in the streets. Nobody was saying that when Eric Gardner was getting choked out. Nobody was saying that when Emmett Till face and body was at the bottom of a river tied to a cotton gin. Nobody was saying nothing when your babies was used as alligator bait so these heathens could walk around with gators on. Nobody was saying nothing when we was in ancient Egypt and you used to have to make brick without straw. And if you couldn't make your quota, they used to take your babies and throw them in the bricks. Nobody said nothing. So when the Most High finally showed up and said, look, I'm about to redeem mine. I heard that. Now everybody got a problem. Most High said, I'm your Savior. I dropped Egypt for you. How could you ever forget him? I mean, I serve a God like
Look,
that. That's what I'm talking about. Like if you say, okay, well, vengeance is the Lord's. Well, we got on record where he got vengeance. Why you don't rejoice in it? Why is it like, oh my God, that's so bad? Why everybody act like the devil pulled out the plagues in Egypt when it was God that did it?
Count on record.
Come on. What else to say, bro? Come on home.
I gave Egypt for thy ransom.
Yeah.
Ethiopia and Seba for thee.
That's right.
Since thou was precious in my sight.
Thou means you. He said, since you precious to me, Israel, I drop nations for you. So how could you not remember the Passover? Because the Passover is the memorial about the Most High dropping the most powerful nation in the world and redeeming the slaves. Like you a slave now. How could you not remember that?
Even if you didn't believe you was those people, how you don't rejoice in the story like that?
Yeah, exactly.
What a slave got freed by a powerful God. Like that should be a story that's something like how you really read your kids Black Superman, Black Lightning, the Black Green Lantern, the Black Wonder Woman, you know what I'm saying? You should be like, man, let's read this. Where there was a God who's known to have color in the Bible and Willie Hurt like you, redeeming people who look just like you out of the same captivity that you were in.
Working hard like a Hebrew slave, don't we say it?
Came over here singing Kumbaya.
Well, what happened with the Hebrew slaves and when did their God show up? We're going to read about it when we talk about the Passover, man. Now, look, the Passover ain't just celebrated in what's called the Old Testament. Y'all know that, right? Even in the New Testament, when you call Jesus Christ or Yahshua the Messiah, he kept Passover his entire life and was actually put to death on Passover as the Passover Lamb of God. Huh? How we gonna knock that? Go ahead.
I had a question.
Go ahead.
I was told earlier that today was like the New Year.
Yeah, the New Year's actually start. That New Year actually starts tomorrow night. You feel me? Yeah. Now New Year again. I trip off this. We told the New Year's in 10 days into the winter. Winter starts December the 21st every year. Right? New Year is December 31st going into January 1st. So 10 days into the winter, we're told that's the New Year. Right? But when you read Exodus 12 and Deuteronomy 16, it says, this shall be the beginning of months for you. It was springtime when the birds are singing, when the grass is turning green, when the flowers are budding. That's the New Year. When life is coming back into the earth, that's New Year. You feel me? We as a camp gonna keep the New Year tomorrow night. Actually, now some bros out there doing it tonight. You feel me? Because certain people view the new moon different or whatever. But we in the same season. I wouldn't even get too bent out of shape about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? If some bros doing it tonight, salute. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be getting down tomorrow night, though. It's 24 hours later. You did. But we all in the same season. This the New Year. It ain't back in January. So when you hear brothers say Happy New Year, when you come to Passover, Happy New Year, you be like, what? These niggas 4 months late. No. The New Year is actually in the spring, man. And it's always been that. The heathen changed your perception of time. Not time itself, your perception. Yeah, they do. They do. Yes, sir, of course.
So y'all can look this up. It was a calendar before the Gregorian calendar that you got right now. It was called the Julian calendar. And they observed the New Year at what they call the spring equinox, which is the same time that we observe Passover. So the world knew as early as the 1500s when it was. It's like every calendar they tell you that the Sabbath is on a Saturday in every language. So again, they know. It's just you don't know. They just got you to forget times.
What's the reason why January is the New Year?
Because of Janus, the two-headed pagan god, right? The god
is that who January is named after?
Yeah, Janus.
Okay, break it up.
Janus. Look it up. Janu is the origins of New Year, or you can look up Janus, the two-headed god. Janus. It's the god of past and new beginnings. Got you worshiping another god indirectly. Hey, look, what separates you from God? Sin. So in order to keep God away from you and to keep you where you at, they have to keep you in sin. So it's all right, ain't nothing wrong with doing New Year's, but when you're yielding your members to the service and worship of another God, that's what you would serve. How many of us get all geared up and hats on, blowing
and
stuff.
shooting all your guns toward the throne
Reverend.
of God. Just do. You shooting to the heavens.
Don't tell them what woman you done took home.
Who you shooting toward?
Shooting toward that.
You shooting toward the throne of God.
Just like in Babylon, didn't they do that?
And Nimrod did that.
Yeah.
That whole origin of shooting your guns in the sky.
Bring it out,
You
bro.
feel me? Around New Year started with Nimrod, actually, in the book of Joshua. They was building a tower of Babel, a tower into the heavens, you know what I'm saying, to make war against the Most High. And when they got so high up in the sky, they all drew their arrows back and shot off into the sky, claiming they was going to take vengeance on God for bringing the flood on the world. You know what I'm saying? And the Most High like, oh, y'all think y'all about that life, huh? And that's when he confounded. That's why we all speak different languages now. He confounded languages, destroyed most of the tower. The remains of it still remain today, though. You can look up the remains of the Tower of Babel. It'll blow your mind how wide that base is. It's right over there in the plains of Shinar, which you know is Iraq today. Iran over there. It'll blow your mind, man. You be like, wow, that deal be iron wide. And that's what y'all was building to go up into the. I mean, the Bible's real. Bible's real, man.
Yeah, but like what the bro was saying, you can simply look up January
Yeah.
on Wikipedia, and you will see Janus is where that word comes from.
Exactly.
Janus.
Simply look it up. Hey, Janus.
That's my mother's name. That's crazy.
That's
When I first found out that, I was like, Mama, dude, your name, you named after a little pagan guy.
Hey, look, check this out. No wonder you used to see us when we was messing around behind your back. Mom had
Shout out to my moms. I love you, Mama. But yeah, you named after pagan gods. Like, what's going on with that? Yeah, but then I heard people, my grandmama, them ain't know. Yeah, but Janus is my mother's name. And Janus is the name of a pagan Roman deity. That's why you do the New Year in January. Wow. All right, let's finish this though. Let's get into it. We got scriptures to get to. Let's do it.
Verse 4.
2. What's up, girl? All right, come on. Okay.
Since thou was precious in my sight,
Yeah.
thou hast been honorable, and I have loved thee. Therefore will I give men for thee, and people for thy life.
He said, I'm a lay down people to save you. How could you turn your back on a God like that, man? You know what I'm saying? You're chosen. That's powerful. Go ahead, Hebrew.
Fear not.
Mm-hmm.
Fear not.
Yeah.
For I am with thee. I will bring thy seed from the east.
That's right.
And gather thee from the west.
He says, so wherever you scatter, because Israel is not in Jerusalem. We've been scattered via the transatlantic slave trade. So this is future. He said, look, don't be scared. No matter what you're going through in them last days, I'm going to gather you. You can be in the east. You can be in the west. You can be in the north. You can be in the south. I'm going to gather mine. So we talking about supernatural, divine intervention. You know what I'm saying? Something beyond your reason of thinking. Something you'd be like, dang, that was cold. I never thought of that.
Yeah, I even normally schedule program.
Yeah, like something you'd be like, that was cold.
That was
I would
cold.
have never thought of that. Yeah. That's how the Most High gonna get down. Go ahead.
Verse 6.
Yeah.
I would say to the north, give up.
Come on.
And to the south,
come on.
Keep not back.
Now you talking about north, east, south, and west. News. Right? North, east, south, and west. It covers every spectrum in every corner of the so-called planet. News. All right, go ahead.
Bring my sons from afar.
That's right.
And my daughters from the ends of the earth.
And bring my daughters, my sons and my daughters. Gather my people. All right, go ahead.
Even everyone that is called by my name.
Beautiful.
For I have created him for my glory.
Yeah.
I have formed him. Yeah. I have made him.
I have what?
Made
I have made him. You feel me? So the Most High, like, look, y'all mine. You feel me? If you got children, you know how, you'll take it there for them babies.
All the way.
How old they are. You got you some short leggers, you like, yeah, all right. Let somebody trip if they want to. So you trip off how diehard devoted you are to the safety of your children. Think about the Most High God, man. That's 1,000,000 times, that at least 1,000,000 times more dedicated. You feel me? He just waiting on us to get ourselves together. You got to come on home. You got to stop acting like everything you not. You not no pagan and no Gentile. You feel me? Jesus was not no white boy. That hurt, don't it? Oh, dang. But it's the truth. Like, how we going to deal with these people? Wakey, eggs and bakey. Patty cake. No, you got to deal with these people straight up. Let them know, look, this is what it is. You feel me? We just read about our God that he said, I don't care if you're in the north, east, south, or west, I'm coming to holler at you.
Give it up.
You see that? I need one more on there before we get into 1 Corinthians. Give me Zephaniah 3. Zephaniah 3. Amos 9, forgive me. Amos 9 start around verse 8. Amos 9 start around verse 8. Then we do Zephaniah. And we're going to get into the seriousness of the Passover. The Passover is very serious. 2 weeks from the night. Or 2 weeks from tomorrow night, should I say. Grab Amos 9 and one of the brothers can grab Zephaniah 3. 2 weeks from tomorrow night, we celebrating the Lord's Passover. All right? And he tell you what kind of mind you supposed to be in. Don't play. Like, this is not the Golden Corral where you just, there's going to be plenty of food there, but we going to feast spiritually. And then when you see all these short leggers, the children running around, that do me every year. I see it like, dang, it's like 100 short leggers. I'd be like, hey, chill out. I be playing police. Stop, what you doing? But, you feel me? It's all innocent, man. They love serving the Most High God. They love it. My baby's waiting on it. They're like, Daddy, Passover. Yeah, they reminded me Passover's coming up there. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. My little girl just did a Black History project on Moses. You know what I'm saying? Mom was like, she got a Black History project to do. I'm like, I got something right for her. Come on home, baby. You did. We did Moses. You did. Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, Egypt. I emphasize Egypt is in Africa. You feel me? To this very day, they teach it like, dang. I mean, she already be looking at me because I walk up in the school like I own the school. That's how I do. I walk up in school like, I'm here to check on my short leggers. What's good? Oh, yes, Mr. Harrison, it's on. You know what I'm saying? My son downstairs, my baby girl, I'm up in her. I slide up in class, just sit back, just make sure everything, yeah. But she did, she had a Black History project. It was time for her to do somebody that was important. She was going to do Coretta Scott King. I'm like, no, we're not doing her. We're going to do Moses, baby. You did. Man, I got everything together for her. I got a whole bunch of books at the crib, archaeological findings about Israel and Egypt, and you feel me?
That's strengthened her.
Man, I saved it on a flash drive, went to Office Max, printed it out, got the little pasty, what they call it, little stuff, little sticky little pasty thing they put on the, go ahead and paste that on down, baby. It's all good. Loved every bit of it. You know what I'm saying? And then presented it to her classroom. Big. Man, look, don't worry about it. Daddy got your back. It's 100. You know what I'm saying? And she loved every bit of it. Even the teacher got some understanding.
Mm-hmm. Ain't that crazy how you just said, don't worry about that, baby, do that.
Yeah, I got you.
And then we said about with the Most High God.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Don't even worry about who gonna look at you crazy.
Gotcha.
By the end of all of it, they gonna know what time it is. Okay, Dad.
Can I share a comment?
Yes, sir.
It's funny you talk about that. And when my babies was little, almost 20 plus years ago.
That's why you touch me, man.
Because you old too.
Oh.
Y'all both got it.
Y'all both old. You're
old little jokers.
Man, when I tell you, bro, there was a story about Egypt, right? It's the same thing about Black History Month. So I had my daughter do the story dealing with Joseph, right? So it's about the riddle of the Sphinx compared to the riddle of Pharaoh.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You see what I'm saying? So the teacher said, well, the story of the Sphinx is older than Joseph and the Pharaoh. I said, no, man, when you look that up, she said, oh, Mr. Shorter Eyes, man, correct. And like you said, got some understanding. You see what I'm saying? That the stories that they get mimicking our Bible stories come from us. Your movie 300, that came from Gideon. You see what I'm saying? They be mimicking Your story, the Superman that you have today, was written by 2 Jewish men, right? Mimicking the powers of Israel. That's why his name is Khaled. You see what I'm saying? With all the powers, he had to play like he's somebody else. Like how we have to carry the names. But when we tap back into our real name, we access what? Our power. Scripture said they'll come back to their surname Israel. You see what I'm saying? It's amazing that they've been stealing from us a long time, bro.
That's right.
A long time. I had my child do that story of the Sphinx.
Did you?
Compared to, Jason and the Pharaoh.
Okay.
Being Joseph and the Pharaoh.
Joseph and the Pharaoh, right.
Man, bro. Blue at TT say, well, the Sphinx story is old. He said, oh, Mr. Short, I'm sorry.
Yeah, sit on back.
Sorry.
Sit on back. All right, come on. Let's you done with that 7. Where you at? Amos 9, start around verse 8. We in Amos 9, Worldwide Assembly. We're gonna start around verse 8. We're gonna read down. It should only be 15 verses. Okay. Read it down. Then somebody grabs Zephaniah 3. We're gonna start around verse 8 and that one too. Read down. Then we're gonna get to the seriousness of Passover is serious. You feel me? And like the Most High God, he tells us or commands us to keep his feast days. Right? Now you was in the world keeping Christmas. Like, look, I was in the store today and I was asking everybody, I'm looking for bunny eggs. Like when I go, like I do. No,
we do that all the time.
Yeah,
we do it all the time.
Yeah, like when I go in the store around these seasons, my whole mission is to get my people to think. You feel me? Like I ain't even trying to make you feel stupid. I'm just trying to make you think. So I'm up in there today, and I'm like, look, I'm looking for the bunny eggs. You dig? The one sister, I asked her, I said, do they sell bunny eggs in there? She said, yeah, they do. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? That's how far off we are. To where she just trying to get me out of her face. To where she just would tell me, yeah. Not knowing she just told me a lie. Like, yeah, they do sell bunny eggs. And I was like, are you sure?
I would love to see that egg.
Bunnies don't even lay eggs. All right, come on, let's get it.
Amos chapter 9, verse 11. In that day will I raise up a tabernacle of David that is fallen.
Yeah.
And close up the breach thereof. And I will raise up his ruins. And I will build it as in the days of old.
Yeah. So he's saying the day is coming where he's going to restore the Israelites. He's going to raise up David's ruins and restore it as in the days of old. You dig? The day, so our former glory is going to be even better when we get restored. Okay.
So start at 8.
Amos 9 and 8. Yeah.
My apologies.
Yeah. Go.
That was verse 11. Let me go up to 8. Behold, the eyes of Yahweh are upon the sinful kingdom.
Oh.
And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
Y'all see that? So he's saying his eyes are upon the sinful kingdom. When you read Proverbs 15 and 3, it says the eyes of the Most High God are in every place, beholding the good and the evil. So like you knew, like, look, if you knew the feds was watching, what would you do? Switch up how you was talking on the phone, switch up how you driving, who you was hanging around with, right? If you knew the feds was watching, you wouldn't be moving like they wasn't watching, right? Well, look, the Most High God is watching everything we do in every place, beholding the good and the evil. Everything we doing is being recorded. All right. So now I just say right here, start that from the top. What it say?
Behold, the eyes of the Lord God are upon the sinful kingdom.
Nah, there's not a more sinful kingdom in the annals of world history than the United States of America. Everybody else fell short and had they look, but where you at now, nothing compares to it. Nothing that you can bring up in history compares to where you at right now. So when it says the eyes of the Lord God or Yahweh Elohim is upon the sinful kingdom, wait till we read the rest. Wait up.
Hey, look, another thing y'all can look up, man. I love how history points out the truth of the Bible.
Yeah. Go on.
So look up Frederick Douglass' speech of the 4th of July. What is the 4th of July to the Negro? 1852. He said, ain't no nation more bloody, more barbaric than this nation is today. You can check all of history. And America holds itself to be false to its past, its present, and solemnly to be false to its future.
That's powerful. Now that's Frederick Douglass,
that's one of your ancestors.
They was like, look, Give us a speech about, the wife. Give us a speech. Come on, bro, about July 4th. And give us a speech about how you feel about July 4th. When you read how he buttered him, and look, he buttered them up at first. He ran through their whole history, and they all was feeling it. Oh, this is a good speaking Negro. And then when he dropped that hammer, was like, look, there is not a nation more bloody in its history than where I'm standing right now. They was in there like, ooh. All right, come on now. What else you say?
And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
And I will what?
Destroy it from off the face of the earth.
So he said, the eyes of the Lord God are upon the sinful kingdom, and I'm going to destroy it from off the face of the earth. How could you read it and not think that it has nothing to do with where we at?
And more deserving.
Even if it applied to everywhere else, how could you think it don't apply where we at now? And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. Come on.
Saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Yahweh, saith the Most High.
But the house of Jacob or the Israelites, he said, I'm not going to utterly destroy them. But the sinful kingdom, I'm going to destroy it from off the face of the earth. But when it comes to my chosen people, I won't utterly get rid of them. That's why it's important for us to be doing what the Most High God called us to do. Because all of us not going to make it. All of our people, you have in your mind, all your people gonna make it. It's not the truth, man. So count yourself blessed to get a whiff of this. You know how you get a whiff of somebody that fought it? It's a whiff. We got a whiff.
Hey, look, that's when you know you in the hood having Bible study.
I'm saying.
When you got farts.
I'm saying that's a whiff. We only got a whiff of this. Count yourself blessed. Real talk. You feel me? Because he said he's not going to utterly destroy the house of Jacob. I'm going to destroy this sinful kingdom, but if you're doing what you're supposed to do, I got you. Come on now, what it say?
Amos 9, verse 9.
Yeah.
For lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations.
So Israel is scattered to the four corners of the globe. We're not in Israel. True Israel scattered amongst all nations. Notice he said amongst all nations, right? Go ahead.
Like as corn is sifted in seed.
Yeah.
Yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword.
All the sinners of who?
All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword.
All the sinners of my is a possessive pronoun. Like my car, my wallet, my house. He just said my people. Right? So he's talking to Israel. He say, look, if you in the spirit of thinking that this ain't finna go down, that's the wrong spirit to be in. All of the sinners of my people, if you in the spirit of breaking God's commandments, oh gosh, wrong spirit to be in. That's wrong spirit to be in. But he said all the sinners of my people gonna die by the sword, which say what?
Would say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us.
The evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. So in modern terms, they've been talking about that for a long time. That ain't gonna happen.
And we're under grace anyway.
Jesus been coming back forever.
Ain't that what they say, bro? That's crazy. You said that. That's actually, I heard that just this week myself.
Did you?
I swear.
They say that.
That's straight what they say, bro.
Jesus,
and that's kind of like the first time I heard that in a while. Like, I have heard it before, but it's been a long time.
Yeah, I heard that saying.
Did you heard it? I ain't never heard it.
Great.
Jesus comes back.
He's been coming back for a long time.
I've never heard that.
Hey, bro, that's straight, man. It's crazy how they mock Messiah like that, bro.
Yeah, no, he said, if you're in the spirit of thinking that this thing ain't finna go down, that's the wrong spirit to be in. Because look, the Messiah told us to watch as well as pray always. Always be on the watch and always be praying. He did. Go ahead, bro.
When I was young, they say when he comes back, there'll be some horns that blow. Every time the tornado want to go up out there.
On Monday.
Look at this here, bro. Is that the Lord?
Jesus on his way. We need to prepare.
Yeah.
Like, boy, shut up. It's a tornado.
We say, I should have been preparing. We don't want to wait till we hear the trumpets to start preparing. Prepare now. Prepare now. All right, come on. What does it say?
Amos 9, verse 11.
Yeah.
In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of
So
old.
we talking about restoring the glory back to Israel. David was the king and he ruled over all 12 tribes. All right, go ahead.
That they may possess the remnant of Edom
Oh, God.
and of all the heathen which are called by my name.
So he's going to raise up Israel to his glory to where we rule the earth. You understand? Even the other nations that understand who our God is, they will be had in possession. They will be had in possession. You say, oh my, that don't sound nice. But even dealing with the Most High God, everything is based off law and order. So you won't be getting drunk and raping women and castrating men. No, no. When the Most High set up his rulership on this earth, it will be according to the righteousness of God. You understand?
Those Gentiles are little.
But you won't be voting for it. Like today, you know, like the white man's government is democracy. Let's vote for it, right? Or communism, or a republic. You feel me? None of these are in it. We talking about a righteous dictatorship.
Yeah, Bruce, say that one more
Yeah, you're not gonna
time.
vote for Christ when he take the throne. He's taking it, and you either gonna be down or you're not. You either gonna get down or you gonna lay down. You need to hear that though, because the script say every knee gonna bow and every tongue gonna confess. Did you bow when Donald Trump got sworn in?
No.
Of course not. Of course not.
Not the way these.
Did you bow when Barack Obama got sworn in?
Hell.
Of course not. So this can't compare to what's coming. And guess what? You won't be voting over it. There won't be a vote.
No electoral college?
No electoral college. All right, come on. Now, what else is that?
Saith the Lord, saith the Most High that doeth this. Amos chapter 9, verse 13.
Come on.
Behold, the days come, saith the Most High, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper.
Y'all know what the plowman is according to the Bible? The plowman is the slave. The slave shall overtake his master. The reaper is the master. The plowman is those that work so hard for the master to reap.
Yeah.
Who's get it? See that? So the days come, saith the Lord. Not saith us, because we nothing special. We just your brothers, like we told our brother earlier. We just your brothers, right? But didn't you just read that? It just said the day is coming with the plowman, the slave, is going to overtake his master, or the plowman is going to overtake the reaper. Those that reap the fruits are reaping the benefits of the hard labor. Believe that. Okay, go ahead.
And the treader of grapes, him that soweth seed.
Yeah.
And the mountains shall drop sweet wine, and all the hills shall melt. And I will bring again the captivity of my people of Israel.
Bring again means reverse the captivity of my people Israel. He's saying I'm going to reverse the captivity of my people, because the plowman is going to overtake the reaper. The slave is going to overtake the master. I'm going to bring again the captivity of my people, meaning he's going to reverse our captivity. Okay, go ahead.
And they shall build the wasted and inhabit them.
Yeah.
And they shall plant vineyards.
Yeah.
And drink the wine thereof.
He said, in other words, you're going to work for it and you're going to reap the benefits of it. You built America. You built America, but you didn't reap nothing out of it. You see? That's how beautiful the Most High is, man. Like I can serve a God like that. It makes sense. It's just like, okay, the last shall be first. We read it our whole life, right? The last shall be first. Well, who's the last? Who's the last? The Messiah said that the last shall be first. You understand?
So it's something like head the house and like you let the kids eat first or something like that. Like just speaking German.
No, it's more because the order of God is never usurped. It's more talking about how the children of God who are meant to rule this earth, you understand? They're gonna be the rulers of this earth. And then those that are not his people, that believe in him, you understand, will be servants to his people and him. That's what it comes down to. Serving like just like you, that's like you called a second-class citizen right now. Like Dylan Storm Roof shut up a church in South Carolina and the police took him to Burger King. You wouldn't have made it out of there alive. You understand? That's what I'm saying. It's like what they doing on this side, it'll be magnified when we rule, but in righteousness. That's what I'm saying. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, would that be a form of like righteous judgment?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, bro. That's righteous judgment. Now, some people get mad at it and say, "Oh my God, no!" But look, look. Your world tells you what goes around comes around. You heard that your whole life, right? The Bible says you reap what you sow. If you planted that, you got to answer for that. All right, come on now, let's finish it off.
They shall also make gardens and eat the fruit of them.
You're going to work hard, and guess what? You're going to reap the benefits of it. Not work hard. Like, let's talk about this. Who built the White House?
Slave.
All right, so that means you wasn't illiterate. That means you couldn't read. That don't mean none of that. Everything they taught you that you was nothing. No, in order for you to build something that's still standing 200 plus years later, you had to be skilled.
They still trying to fill up the school that you make furniture.
Yeah, same thing. You had to be skilled. You understand? So everything they've been telling us is a lie. You are God's people, God's chosen. All right, go ahead, Alex.
And look, don't forget the name of the man. So they had a French guy in there, and he dipped out. So you had Benjamin Banneker. That's who Malachi talking about.
Benjamin Banneker, yeah.
Benjamin Banneker. Mind you, Benjamin Banneker is a slave. No formal training.
Got some for you.
See what I'm saying? And guess who did the first almanac? It was Benjamin Banneker. He understood the knowledge of the stars from slavery.
He is.
We are the same people. They couldn't even grow crops here till they got us.
They stole a lot of
and we grew the crops.
They
They
did.
stole a lot of his work and
George Washington Carver.
Yeah. The first man who made the harpoon to kill
electricity, but they what's the name just took the credit for it.
Yeah.
But see, cause why?
Discovered electricity. They started the stores.
I'm not sure about this.
So, cause slaves are property. Property can't own rights to nothing. So the masters that own the slave own the rights.
That's right. That's right. Not sure about this. Bruce, you got the internet over there on your phone? Yeah. Now look this up for me. I want you to read this. If you got to come over here for the Worldwide Assembly to hear it too. Okay. Look up on Google what the world would be like without black folks. You know I'm going with it. And bro, if you can, come over here. You ain't got to be on camera. But read this. Now watch this.
Get on camera, Bruce, so everybody know.
Oh, whatever.
And that's crazy. See, it's like from the greatest things, like what he was just saying about the almanac, building the White House, all the way down to something simple as the Big Mac,
the cotton gin,
flaming hot Cheetos.
Navigation, bro.
The black man came up with flaming hot Cheetos. They had the plain Cheetos from the factory.
Just like black man made the super soap.
Yeah,
give his credit.
Y'all look up what the world would be like without black folks.
The black woman that did the movie Matrix. Yeah. The black woman that did the movie Matrix.
Yeah.
Sit right here, bro. Now look, I want you to read this, man, because this is serious, right? They show you who these people are, who we are as a people. Now, you hear a lot of heathens say,
everything we touch.
yeah, that's the right story. That's the right story. Now look. It's crazy because we told go back to Africa. You're shiftless. You never contributed nothing to society, right? Now look, all y'all can Google this. My little sisters over there. Y'all Googling? All right, but okay. What the world would be like without black folks, right? Now, bro, finna read this, and y'all in the Worldwide Assembly read this. You understand? Without them admitting it, they admitting who we are.
And look, this is what you want your children to know, man. Know the greatness of your people. Know the greatness of your God, your power. It's like if you had a good mom that took care of you, proud to speak about your mom. If you had a daddy that stood there to protect you and was down hard, solid for you, you proud to speak of that. Learn to speak of your power of your God and watch him draw nigh. He been sitting back waiting. Until you acknowledge your sin and turn back from your way. I'm here. I'm eternal. I ain't going nowhere. Coming out there. You ready? Pow! I drop it all for you. I drop it all for you.
Give the Lord the glory. Do unto his name.
Hey man, we serve a mighty God, bro. Stop. It's not a game, bro.
Right.
It's not a game. We serve a mighty God. A God that will give most of us parents.
No, I ain't business, bro.
But imagine a God that will send his own child. We got children. I can't even imagine what it is to sit here and tell my son to go die for people who don't even listen to me, who don't eat nothing.
Black doctor, what you over there with your thumbs,
who don't
girl?
take nothing I say. I done did all this for them, and they turn away from me at every time. But I still love them so much. I'm gonna ask my son to do something. I'm gonna need you to go down. I'm gonna need you to go down there and die for who? Them? Them Hebrews? They don't even listen. You done saved them time, and you promised to save them times to come.
Hey, but look, you know when the order get gave, it ain't even no kickback.
No, I know it ain't. Christ automatic. That's what I got to do. It's done.
What you need me to do?
Hey, bro.
You feel
That's
me?
a mighty God that will send his own child to die.
Exactly. And look, that's all on corner reason and thinking that the Messiah even had some type of conversation back with his father. Yeah, what you need me to do? Get her done. I'm done. We gonna get it done. We gonna execute. You feel me? That's how we gotta be, man.
And I stand corrected. But I just want people to see.
Yeah, no doubt.
The type of power you serve that was send his first creation to die for his lesser creation. And even his lesser creation is the apple of his eye.
That's powerful.
That's powerful, bro.
Now read this. This our bruh Bruce. You understand? Like read this, what the world would be like without black folks. All y'all can Google it.
Y'all bear with me. I know some of these words.
You bear with me. You all good, bro. We don't know the King's English. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you good, bro.
I'm gonna try my best.
All right, so look, we need this so we can understand how powerful we are. My little sisters over here.
They all in.
All right, y'all good?
This was
eyebrows up. Y'all good?
It said it was published in 2005.
Yeah.
Life Without Black People. A very humorous and relevant story is told about a group of white people who were fed up with African Americans. So they joined together and wished themselves away. They passed through a deep, dark tunnel and emerged as sorts of a twilight zone where there is an America without black people. At first, these white people breathed a sight of relevance.
They like, finally, no niggas.
At last, they say no more crime, drugs, violence, and welfare. All the black people have gone.
Yeah.
Then suddenly reality set in.
Hold on, suddenly who?
Reality.
You like no more niggas, right?
Yes.
But reality has to set in. Okay, go ahead, bro. What to say?
The new America. Not America at all. Only a barren land. Barely land. Barely land. Only a barely land.
Only a barren land.
Barren land.
Yeah, go ahead.
I apologize.
You good, bro.
There is a few crops that have flourished because the nation was built on slave support system. There are no cities with tall skyscrapers because Alexander Mills, a black man, invented the elevator.
Hold on. So there are no skyscrapers in America without so-called black folks because Alexander Mills invented the who?
Skyscraper. I mean the elevator.
He invented elevators.
And without it, one found great difficult reaching higher floors.
You ain't going nowhere without an elevator. A black man invented an elevator. So whenever you get, or should I say an Israelite, invented an elevator. So every time you get on the elevator, like, you know, down the Lumiere, you know, we get us a little rooms, we get us a few rooms out of the Lumiere, you feel me? And you hit, you know, up. I understand that's an invention of your people, right? Can't be no skyscrapers without no elevators. Okay, what else?
There are few, if any, cars because Richard Spikes, a black man, invented the auto gear shift.
Oh,
Joseph.
Hold on. There ain't that many cars. Who invented the automatic gear shift?
Richard Spikes.
Richard Spikes. Look him up. You see that? What would this so-called great country be without you? Wow. Now, when you read Deuteronomy 7, matter of fact, can you pull that for me? Y'all can read Deuteronomy 76, one verse. Deuteronomy 76, 7 and 6. Watch this. Hold your spot right there for me. Okay. We got Richard Spikes invented
Deuteronomy 7, verse 6.
What did it say?
For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Yeah.
The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
God.
This is going to make somebody mad.
Come on.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
That doesn't say equal to or beneath. That's at above. Now, when you trip off the great innovations of America and how powerful America is, it wouldn't have been nothing without the slaves, because the slaves invented everything. Huh? Down to the so-called what's that boy named? Edison.
Cell phone,
Edison, light bulb, what is it? But it was his slave Mortimer that invented it.
the filament.
Mortimer invented the filament.
Yeah.
Did you know they had castrated
George Washington Carver,
so they could have had kids?
Yeah.
Because he was that brilliant and intelligent.
Yeah.
They didn't want him to have no offspring.
Yeah.
Because they like we can't have another black dude surpass us.
You feel me? They castrated the brother. He came up with over 200-something uses for the peanut.
Real McCoy.
Y'all ever heard the phrase "the real McCoy"? Y'all heard?
Oh yeah.
Y'all know who McCoy was? Elijah McCoy.
Black
Google
man.
him.
He was a black man.
An escaped slave that made his way to Canada.
Look like steam engine.
Yeah,
Man,
he
look.
put that oil drip in the steam engine. They used to have to stop the motor, hop out, oil that deal up, and then get back in. He created that drip. So whenever it was something done, that was real McCoy.
Yeah, and when they didn't have Elijah McCoy's patent, all they stuff used to break.
Yeah.
So the phrase came up, "Give me the real McCoy."
That's it, bro.
But his name was Elijah McCoy. McCoy. He was he was an escaped slave that made his way to Canada. Elijah McCoy. So when you hear the real McCoy and all that, they got to do with a bruh. They got to do with an Israelite, a bruh who was so genius that he came up with a drip system to lubricate these machines so certain things wouldn't break.
Hundreds of inventions.
And then they try to copy him, but it would never work. The white folks try to copy him, it would never broke. Everything they did broke. It would never work. You understand? So they came up with the phrase, not us. So-called white man came up with the phrase, "Give me the real McCoy." Elijah McCoy, look him up. He's straight bro, white bird, white fro. He like, "Hey, this looks like my granddaddy." Yeah. All right, come on. What else to say?
Joseph Gamble, also a black inventor of the supercharged system for international combustion engines. And where you at? Gwinnett A. Morgan, a black man, invented the traffic signal.
Hold on. So you wouldn't be stopping or going through no traffic signals if it wasn't for your brothers that invented it. Yeah. Y'all see that? What would the world be like without black folks? What else to say?
Furthermore, one could not use radium transit. What's the transit system?
Rapid transit system. Yeah, rapid.
Because it produces. Oh no, it is
rapid transit system because it procures the electric trolley. Yeah,
which was invented by another black man, Albert R. Robertson.
Oof. The trolley was invented by a so-called black man. What else to say?
Even if there were streets on which cars, a rapid transit system could operate, there were cluttered with paper because African American Charlie Brooks invented the street sweeper.
So if you stay in the city, you know about the street sweeper. You know how they come through and clean one side of the street every third Wednesday, and then they come up the other side
every fourth Thursday.
A so-called Israelite, your people invented the street sweeper. You see that? Now you got to move your cars to the other side of the street. You get a ticket. Yeah. Come on out. What else to say?
There were a few in any newspaper, magazines, and books because John Love invented the pencil sharpener.
The pencil sharpener was invented by your people. Go ahead.
William, I can't see his last name.
William, where you at?
What?
William Pervase.
William Pervase invented the fountain pen, and Lee Bargich invented the typewriter machine, and W.A. Love invented the advanced printing press. There were all you got. That's where all you guess is black.
Look, I'm gonna tell y'all something. In this age we playing too. I'm a video gamer. The first black man, it was a black man.
This let's go so long.
No, keep reading. We gonna get into it. We get a few more. We gonna get into it.
Even if America could write their letters, articles, and books, there would not have been transported by mail because William Berry invented the postmarker and cancel machine. William Proverb invented the hard stamp, and Philip Downey's invented the letter drop.
Y'all heard all this? Hey, the long story short, your people are the reason why America's the most powerful nation on the planet. And y'all continue to read that. We ain't gonna read the whole thing. But what would the world be like without black folks? And as you read the whole article, you're gonna be like, man, I never knew.
Wait a minute. We invented the air conditioner too.
Yeah, air conditioner.
Okay, let me get to at least 10.
Come on, go ahead. Go ahead.
It says the lines were brown and weedy because Joseph Smith invented the line sprinkler. And John Burns the lawnmower.
Ooh, so every lawnmower you got out there, you understand? I don't care what it is. Zero turn lawnmower, walk behind lawnmower. It all was inspired by one of your people. So no grass will be cut without these so-called Hebrews. Huh? All right, go ahead.
When they entered their homes, they found them to be poor. What's that? Poorly.
They found them to be poorly ventilated
and poorly heated. You see, Frederick Jones invented the air conditioner.
Frederick Jones invented the earth. So you know how you be like, dang, it's hot as a mother. Turn that AC on.
Alex Port, the heat furnace.
Y'all heard that? You gotta love that brother. What's that brother's name?
Frederick Jones.
Yeah, Frederick Jones invented the air conditioner.
And Alex
scrapers with the air conditioner on.
Ooh. Alice Parker.
Alice Park invented the heating furnace. Their homes were also dim, but of the conditions, Lewis later invented the electric lamp.
Hold on. Lewis later invented the electric lamp. All right, so look, you more special than what you think. You feel me? Go down as far as you want to go, then we're gonna get back to the script.
Stop at this last one. Michael Harvest invented the lantern, and Grandview T. Woods invented the automo cut off switch.
Hey, but y'all was monkeys, shiftless, swinging from trees in Africa with your damn drawers on.
With extra chromosomes.
Scratching lights off your mid regions when America wouldn't even been what it is without you. Facts. Google what would the world be like without black folks. And look, these inventions ain't just subject to America. Y'all know that, right? Worldwide them benefited off these inventions. They got stoplights in Moscow, Russia. They got lawnmowers in what? Africa. You understand? Your people done touched every part of this globe, man.
Wait a minute. They say
go.
Said their homes were also filthy because Thomas W. Stewart invented the mop. And Lloyd P. Ray the dustpan.
I like that. Not the mop and the dustpan, Yoel.
A lot of these
I just mopped my floor yesterday.
So a lot of people's houses would be filthy if it weren't for black people because we invented mops and dustpans.
A lot of these inventions came by necessity because they forced us to do all this physical labor.
Necessity is the mother.
We figured out ways to make the job easier.
Yeah.
Hey, brother, that's what they say. Actually, to this day, necessity is the mother of
Y'all see that?
What we went through inspired us, like you said, to invent these things to make our job just good.
Because what did they used to use to cut the grass? The manual.
Remember that little roll of cutter? Before that, we had that six.
You had brothers over there doing it.
All right, come on, y'all. We gonna finish this out. All right, right on, Bruce.
Remember that old sickle back in the day before that push roll?
Yeah, they even going with a sickle. Hey, and not only that, something that just recently came out a couple years ago, the sisters and Hidden Figures.
Oh yeah.
That they didn't want to acknowledge until just a couple years ago. Smith Boys had to make a movie about it.
Yeah, about the one with the nice.
The reason why they was even able to travel out to what we call space.
Not right.
Those three Israelite sisters.
Hidden Figures.
Yeah.
Watch that on Netflix. You'll blow your mind. NASA wouldn't even got as far as they went without these three.
They just acknowledged them though, bro. They just didn't acknowledge after all these years.
Yeah, one of them invented the whole look like they still use her system to this day to do calculations.
The IBM computer, they programmed it.
Your people. So when the scriptures say you are people above all people on the face of the earth, believe that. Without you, and don't be ashamed, because without you, none of this would be running.
No.
Look, Messiah said, "What ye are the what salt of the earth.
Right.
You the flavor. You the flavor in your righteousness or your wickedness." They got Chinese rappers talking about bodying niggas now. Chinese rappers like China Mac. Yeah, son. Bodying niggas, son. Now, if you want to influence the world either in righteousness or wickedness when you done talking.
That's right.
All right, come on now, let's get it.
Let's thank Bruce the ex-heathen.
You said what?
Yeah, Bruce the ex-heathen.
Bruce coming on around, man. Bruce coming on around, all praise.
Amos chapter 9, verse 15.
She's sort of bugged up. Go ahead.
And I will plant them upon their land.
All right.
And they shall no more be pulled up out of their land, which I have given them, saith Yahweh thy power.
Yeah, okay, we got Zephaniah 3. He ain't even on, he talking. Grab Zephaniah 3. You got Zephaniah 3?
Boy, I tell you, with love,
I catch you when you talk.
Where am I at?
Zephaniah 3. You was on 7 at first, I just seen.
No, that was a whole other Bible after mine. I told you I had 3 cells.
What's that 7?
Yeah, that's what you told me to read.
Okay, you're right.
Okay, can't get a worldwide apology.
Yeah, worldwide apology.
You ain't got time for that, man. You know, Bruce has already, use up a lot of the time, man.
Okay, we got Amos 9. We got
Zephaniah 3, starting verse 8.
Start verse 8. Let's go.
Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8.
We gotta get into our series Passover. Come on.
What's up?
Therefore,
you flipping fast. Hold on, let Boo Boo get there. She flipping fast over there.
This boy got no filters.
The Matrix. Boo Boo in the Matrix. Well, you should see them pages flipping. Zephaniah in the Old Testament. Zephaniah. Start around chapter 3. We'll start around verse 8. I'm gonna show you how powerful it's gonna be when our captivity is reversed. Because it ain't just like we here in America. We scattered to the 4 corners. When the Most High break the economy of every nation around here, everybody back get broken. They go belly up. Because you was the original commodity. You the ones that was trading on the stock market. Negroes for sale. Huh? The slave ships had insurance policies. You understand? It didn't profit them none for them to lose what they got insured. Because there was brush jumping over ship. Like, look, I'll die before I get there. That didn't profit them who was bringing you. Because they have insurance policies over your flesh. You feel me? Birth certificate, social security cards, maritime admiralty law, everything is in all caps, from your bills, your driver's license, to your social security, to your hospital bills, whatever you're talking about is in all capital letters. That's a whole nother topic.
I'm sure that study comes up.
Yeah. Boo Boo know all about it. We ain't gonna get started. But look, all right, where we at? Let's get it.
Zephaniah 3 and 8. Therefore, wait ye upon me, said the Lord.
So we gotta have patience, right? Because the Most High Yah say, wait on me. When I move, I'm gonna move. Go ahead.
Until the day that I rise up to the prey.
To the who?
To the prey.
That means if he's rising up to the prey, that means he's a predator. That means he's hunting. So he's telling his people, look, wait on me. I got you. All right, go ahead.
For my determination is to gather the nation, that I may assemble the kingdom, to pour upon them my indignation.
Yeah.
Even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
He said the entire earth is going to be devoured with the fire of his jealousy. So he's telling his faithful, wait on me. I got you. I'm going to burn this whole thing up. Same thing it said in 2 Peter. The elements are going to melt with fervent heat. Oxygen will be no more. And the heavens are going to pass away with a great noise, sonic boom. The prophet said the same thing. All the earth will be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. That's powerful. And you arguing over what? Like what you argue? Oh, like what you argue over?
Nothing.
You argue on that? That's why Tutu.
You a daughter Zion. Y'all
Yeah, it's something to argue over her about.
Tell it, bro.
That's what's up. All praise. All praise.
That's right.
And now trip off this. Like we trip off a lot of our arguments that be petty. We realize that the earth is going to be devoured with the fire of God's jealousy. And you arguing over my bill a week late. I ain't got enough money. You feel me? Like the response should be fire and brimstone is coming. That's what's coming. Fire and brimstone. The earth is going to be ate alive with the fire of God's jealousy. Why? Because mankind has not obeyed God. Okay, go ahead, Al. What else to say?
For then will I turn to the people a pure language.
Yeah.
That they may call upon the name of Yahweh to serve him with one consent.
There's a pure language coming. Big. We argue all day. English, Spanish, Hebrew, whatever. The day coming, once he devour the earth, he's going to restore a pure language. One language, like I was saying. Go ahead.
From beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, my suppliants, even the daughter of my dispersed, shall bring my offering.
Showing you Ethiopia is in Africa, like Egypt is in Africa, and Israel is Northeast Africa. You feel me? When you read about Israel in the Bible, you're reading about a dark-skinned people. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? So he said, even beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, so even beyond that Nile, he got people down the interior coast of Africa to this day. That's not Hamites, but, you know, some of our people that believe in what it is. All right, go ahead, Al.
Verse 11.
Yeah.
In that day shalt thou not be ashamed for all thy doings, wherein thou hast transgressed against me. For then I will take away out of the midst of thee them that rejoice in thy pride, and thou shalt no more be haughty because of my holy mountain. And I will also leave in the midst of thee an afflicted and poor people, and they shall trust in the name of the Lord. The remnant of Israel shall not do iniquity.
Remnant means small remaining residue. So those of us that make it, not all of us gonna make it, but the small remaining residue that make it, we won't be doing iniquity. In other words, we're gonna be locked into our God. You understand? Whatever He commands us to do, we gonna do. It won't be well, but man, later for all that. Look, what did He say? We gonna get it done. All right. I serve a God like that. That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
Later for the tooth fairy. A God you pull out at your own convenience when it get rough. Or a Negro gets shot and all of a sudden he gets spiritual. No, we gonna be spiritual while it's going good. That way when it go bad, we know how to deal as well. You know what I'm saying? We're not waiting for things to go bad to get down with God. No.
Somebody get shot, they
so a nigga get shot and get a near-death experience. Oh my God, you know. We ain't dealing with that. We down now. All right, go ahead, Al.
Nor speak lies, neither shall a deceitful tongue be found in their mouth.
No deceitful tongue, no lying. Go ahead.
For they shall feed and lie down, and none shall make them afraid.
You can't say that's the Jewish folk today. They afraid. Palestinians is launching Scud missiles out the Gaza Strip. This is a future prophecy about the condition of God's people, Israel. When we finally get back to what it is, we gonna feed, we gonna eat good, we gonna lie down. None gonna make us afraid. We're gonna be praising the Most High God. All right, where you at? Let's finish.
Verse 14.
Come on.
Sing, O daughter Zion.
There go that music.
Shout, O Israel.
There go that music.
Be glad and rejoice all thy heart.
Yeah.
O daughter of Jerusalem.
See, so we talking to you daughters. Now Israel's called a daughter, a woman at times too. So I love the way the Most High get down, because he'll compare it to a man, then he'll compare it to a woman. The way men and women of our nation can relate. Right? If I said, sing, O daughter of Jerusalem, you be like, dang, that feels kind of good. They gotta let me sing real quick. You understand? But look, that's our God. Because he don't leave our women out either. You know what I'm saying? He just called for all of us to be in order, but he don't leave the women out either. Sing, O daughter of Jerusalem. When y'all sisters read that, y'all should be like, dang, that's tight. Dang. That called. Hey, as long as she try, it's all good. That called wisdom of she. Ooh, let me try to be like wisdom. That's cool. But look, that's what it's about though. You feel me? We got a brother right here. What you say?
Yo, man, he try to rap. You know what I'm saying? He can't rap.
I thought we had a conversation about that.
Hey, but look, know what? But you know what it is, Hebrew? It's your effort. You know what
I mean, that's just that brother opinion.
I think I can cook, so I feel bad.
Yeah, I'm saying, look, it's the effort. Dealing with the Most High God, it ain't about what nobody else think. You understand? Yo, it ain't about what nobody else think.
That's what I told
it's
you.
It's about your effort.
Right.
You feel me? I rap better than I can sing, but bro, I sing every morning. To my God. Yeah, hello, hey. Hey, why little baby look at me like, Daddy, what are you doing? But I sing every morning to my God, bro. All right, go ahead, my sister.
So if he wanted to
I guess I'm wrong.
But I'll be gifted.
Or no, it's
sing together. It's gonna sound great.
Hold on. Hey, look.
Now you too loud.
Now look. It ain't look. Hey, your gift ain't based off what other people think. It's only based off your desire to please your God. Don't care. Like, look, you can say something right now, and that brother think you can't sing. Well, that's it. It don't even matter. It don't even matter. Your desire to lift up the name of your God is a sweet smelling sacrifice to him. So it don't matter. I'm not the best singer, but I sing every day to my God. You know what I'm saying? Boys be all jumping and scratching.
They get mad because somebody's bitter because they just can't do nothing.
Yeah.
They just can't do nothing. Man. I can't play nothing.
Yo, hell, like
you think a little person.
Like somebody.
So my sister, it's the effort, okay? If you got effort to lift up the voice or the name of your God, no matter if you harmonizing, rapping, or singing, you feel me? That's a sweet smelling sacrifice to the Most High God. You feel me? Look, when you read the book of Psalms, that's a whole book of songs. The entire book is a book of songs.
That's right.
And he's saying to the chief musician, play that instrument right there. I'm about to sing to my God. You understand? And David was a man after the Lord's own heart. In other words, like he wasn't just a warrior that laid Goliath down. He was a skilled musician and he knew how to sing to his God, no matter what you think.
That's right.
Because if y'all walk past my crib and heard me singing every morning, y'all be like, nigga, what is you? Shut up! No, I'm gonna sing.
I'm saying some people better off in chat.
Yeah, I'm saying. Right. But you're about this, Bruce, in your own corner. Can't nobody judge that. You feel me? It ain't like you you recording yourself, but in your own corner.
Yeah, because when I'm in the bathroom on the toilet,
bro,
yeah, there you go.
I knew he was gonna go there, bro. I know it, bro. He said I'm on the toilet.
Go ahead.
Yeah, like understand, like this is a movie that's been playing out. You just a part in the show. Like understand this, like you gotta go back. I'm gonna go all the way back to the beginning. You got Adam, you feel me? Then you got Enoch. We have men of the Lord that was on the scene, that was active soldiers in duty, handling that business for the Father. Regardless of what anybody else was saying, anybody else was doing, they was in active duty, front line, handle business. You feel me? So when Enoch had to give up the ghost, who else came up? Huh? You got Joseph. You got how many patriarchs we got? So if we come on now, my point being, I'm talking is right now. Who are the active soldiers in duty right now?
That's right.
Are they singing on their front line or what?
They do your gun, huh? They done ran their race, huh? So what about now, right now? Who are the active soldiers in duty right now? That's us.
And what they sing?
Gotta be like that.
Hallelujah.
Shit, whatever I can sing, whatever tune, whatever I can do, that's what we got to do. We in active duty right now. You feel me?
They have angels.
Your wife knows
They have angels singing to the Lord all the time. You know what I'm saying? Well, non-stop.
You
Let's finish.
Verse 15. The Lord has taken away the judgment. He has cast out thine enemy. The King of Israel, even the Lord, is in the midst of thee. Thou shalt not see evil anymore. In that day it shall be said to Jerusalem, fear thou not, and to Zion, let not thy hands be slack. The Lord thy God is in the midst of thee, is mighty. He will save. He will rejoice over thee with joy. He will rest in his love.
Hallelujah. All praise.
He will joy over thee with singing.
With who?
Singing.
Most I love music directed toward him. Ooh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I thought it would be twisting hair in the kingdom singing.
L-O-A. No. Yeah. Let's get her done.
Verse 18.
Boo-boo.
I will gather thee that are sorrowful for the solemn assembly,
No.
who are of thee, to whom the reproach of it was a burden.
He said, I'm going to gather those for the solemn assembly, right? Like, that's us, man. You know what I'm saying? We've been cast down, destroyed. The Lord say, look, when I set my kingdom up, I'm going to gather those for my holy convocation. I got y'all.
Yeah.
You was a reproach. You was the nigga. You was cast down. You was feeble. You was shiftless. You was shot down. I got you. You understand? So our mission is to what? Be obedient to what God told us to do, man. We can't stress that more enough. Like, if you be obedient, brother, Most High God, and look, you ain't got to worry about nothing else. Just do it. It's just like your children. I got children. So the whole thing is, like, we'll put a smile on my face when I come through the door and they say, Daddy, I did this, and this. Everything you told me to do. I say, all right, little baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
You feel me? And then at that point, you feel me? It's all blessings. Like, what you want to do? I want to go outside. I want to go to Monkey Joe's. I want to go to Chuck E. Cheese.
And it's your joy to do that.
Hey, it's my joy to hook you up.
Yeah.
It's my joy to hook you. You want to go where? I got you. You feel me?
They don't want for nothing.
It's the same with our God, man. You understand? Go ahead, Bruce.
Didn't they say that was also like the angel music?
Yeah.
Some people be misinterpreted.
Yeah. Now, true about this. Now, you got music. We grew up with music misinterpreted, right? Now, true about this. True about bust a nigga head, F a hoe, shoot the club.
Hey, boy, look at that smile on that boy face.
Shoot the bust that nigga.
Boy,
Trauma.
That music. Hey, look, that music. I had some a fighter break out and somebody had died in the parking lot that night, right? Not sure about this. It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator.
A lot of daughters get that. A lot of daughters get
But that boy too short. Short dog turned me out.
Let us perk with y'all, bro. Let us perk with you. We ain't gotta go down.
So we see how music influences behavior.
What they said at the end of the night, we finna slow it down.
Yeah, no, so you better slow it down. Because the DJ is the conductor of spirits. He can play a certain song and everybody be shooting over it. Or he can play a certain song and you be slow dancing off of it, right? At the end of the night, we're gonna slow it down. We're gonna slow it down, right?
That's what you hear every night.
And that's crazy because after you leave the club, that's the last song they play.
Yeah, they trying to get you to take some home so you won't watch that shit no more.
I'm saying that's what it's about.
It's like at night when the radio's done playing, they clip on the quiet song.
Yeah.
So
So music is the most powerful tool on the planet.
It's vibration.
Believe that. You play certain something right now, you be up in here dancing.
Yeah.
Even look, it ain't even look. Hey, look, Bruce, Hebrew Bruce. It ain't even just in our generation, right? And Sister Ursula's generation.
Yeah, back in that generation.
Me and Mrs. Jones. We got a thing. All right, so Mrs. Jones is a wife that belonged to Mr. Jones, but you and her got something going on. Cheating in the next room.
Well, you used to hear Daddy Records, didn't you?
Huh? I'm saying music is powerful. You dig?
We lay.
So look, look about this. The Most High God loved music, but He loved the music directed toward Him. Right. So while we in our knowledge, we need to be directing that toward Him, man. Don't even ask me about these cats. Like when I was out in the world, when I was young, you could ask me about whoever, and I know all their lyrics. But the past, I've been in the script going on. This is my 13th year, right? Last cat I really listened to before I got into the scripture, or while I was getting into the scripture, was Young G's. I went from old school Chevy. That's a lot. Look, anybody after him, because Boosie was out before then too. So anybody after Boosie and G, I don't even know who really they is. Yo Gotti. Outside of that, you can't even ask me, say, Mally, who is that about? What? I wouldn't even be able to tell you because I don't listen to it. You know what I'm saying? It's an evil vibration. Dig? My cousin listened to Kevin Gates. So I know who he is. My cousin listens to him, right?
But he what's that?
But look, he talking about doing something unlawful while a woman is on her period. They're ill. And she has sisters scratch their neck. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like everything is a wicked vibration now.
And in one of his songs, he said he's the way, the truth, and the light.
Yeah. Wow. He's not Messiah, but Messiah say, I'm the way, the truth, and the light. And then on one interview, he said, nigga, I worship the devil.
Yeah, I put that up.
I don't rock. Look, the devil's my enemy. The hell with that nigga. All right?
What about DMX?
Him too. And I grew up listening to X, but look, I got blood on my, because there's no remorse. I got blood on my, because I'm a nasty Negro.
But I'm saying, like, he got a lot of songs saying he sold his soul to the devil. Then he got one to my Lord, send me a sign.
I know, but the Most High don't play both sides. If you down with the Most High, you got to be flaming fire for him. You can't say I'm down with the devil one second and down with God the next. Kanye West said, I sold my soul to the devil. It was a crappy deal. but it came with a few toys like a Happy Meal. It's the same Negro that said Jesus walks with me. No, Revelation 3:16 say, if you lukewarm, I'm gonna spit you out my mouth. I ain't dealing with nobody lukewarm. You better die hard for me. And look, I can honor and respect and worship a God like that. That's what I'm talking about. Give me an alternative. Like, look, I ain't going the other way. If you going that way, you don't fuck with me. I can roll with. I can roll with it.
In the street,
Yeah. What you need, bro? Key. All right, where we at? Let's finish it off. We gotta get to the points of what's it called? Looking at
verse 19. Behold,
that back pocket. Yeah, it's this key right here. Now look, when you open the door, the alarm gonna sound. Stick that in the ignition and turn it. All right, go ahead out.
Verse 19.
Yeah.
Behold,
yeah.
At that time I will undo all that afflicted.
So all the heathens that afflicted us, from the clans to the neo-Nazis to even to our own people. Most I say at that time, I'm undoing everybody that got at you. Everybody got at you, got to answer. I worship a God like that, bro. Vengeance is the Lord. It ain't like you doing it. Vengeance is the Lord's. Go ahead.
And I will save her that host and gather her that was driven out. And I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame.
So he said, I'm going to get them praise and fame in every land where they were shamed at. We was there. Was we not shamed here?
Yeah.
We were shamed in this land. And most I say, by the time I redeem y'all, every place where y'all was shamed and put to shame at, I got you. Every place where you was put down at, I'm going to get you praise and fame in that land. All right, go ahead.
At that time will I bring you again, even in the time that I gathered you.
Yeah.
For I will make you a name and praise among all people.
No, some people.
All
people. Come on.
Of the earth.
Right.
When I turn back your captivity before your eyes. Says Yahweh.
Yeah, when I turn back your captivity before your eyes, says the Most High, I'm gonna make you a praise and fame in all the earth. They're gonna be like them the children of God. Go ahead.
Just tell me to write it down. Isaiah 14 is bring that out.
Isaiah 14 verses 1 through 6. 1 through 6. Y'all write that down. All right, look, let's get into the importance of Passover. 1 Corinthians 11.
Isaiah 14, 1 through 6.
Read all the way down to 12.
Those who held you captive will go into captivity. It'd be your hand, sir. Your hand, man. You always say in church, I'd rather be a doorkeeper in the house of my God than dwell in the tent of the wicked. Well, hold them to it.
Now we on our important Passover. Passover is important. You can't be at the Passover thinking it's a buffet. It's a serious thing. We're going to 1 Corinthians 11, start around verse 20.
1 Corinthians 11.
Start at verse 20.
First Corinthians 11, verse 20. You edify?
1 Corinthians
11.
11 and 20.
Yeah.
Let's bring her out. Why Passover is important?
11
verse 20.
Sorry, verse 20. When ye come together, therefore, into one place, this is not to eat the Lord's Supper.
So the whole purpose ain't, like he said, it's not a smorgasbord. You ain't supposed to come there with the mindset, oh boy, they got that lamb roasted, boy, they got them fiddles, boy, they got all kind of good eating over there. Boy, hey, look, let's just go. Go ahead, Bruce.
Verse 21. For eating everyone taketh before other in his own supper.
So look, you supposed to already be satisfied. You ain't supposed to come in there like you starve yourself for that whole day, like, yeah, thing, go down here and eat all the meat. Go ahead and say you should already be good.
And one is hungry, and another is drunken. What? Have ye not houses to eat and to drink in?
See there? Don't you already have a house to eat and drink in? You ain't supposed to be here for eating sake. Passover is more than the food, right? It's the gathering. When we read about it, you know, we'll do a class probably this weekend and definitely coming up. We'll go over briefly in Passover again.
Exodus 12.
In Exodus 12, yeah. The first Passover. When you understand the significance of Passover, it's about God delivering his people. 1. 2, is that he gave instruction that to put the blood of the lamb over your doorpost so that death angel will pass you by. Same thing with Christ in the New Testament. Died on Passover. Blood shed on the doorpost of your heart. So what? That the eternal will pass you.
They don't do that still to the day. Like the blood over the door.
Some people still do ceremonial-wise. Just ceremonial-wise. But you have to have the mindset of what Christ is in Passover. You see what I'm saying? The significance, because nobody's cutting chest open and putting blood on the doorpost of your heart. So yeah, it's, you know, remember the scriptures are always spiritual and physical, right? So the whole thing is to take on the Passover lamb, right? To allow death to pass you over. This is the redeeming factor of God for his people. He was redeeming us out of Israel. He's redeeming us out of the eternal damnation. I mean, out of Egypt. That's what I'm about. Go ahead, read, bro.
1 Corinthians 11, verse 22. What? Have ye not houses to eat and to drink in? Or despise ye the church of Yahweh and shame them that have not? What shall I say to you? Shall I praise you in this? I praise you not.
Nah, do what?
I praise you not.
So he don't praise you. You ain't coming in there for that old eating and drinking. Do you shame the Lord by that? These questions. Go ahead, bro.
For I received of the Lord that which also I delivered unto you, that the Master Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, the same night in which he was betrayed, took bread. And
so what you're saying is that the whole thing is that I received of the Lord, so that I give. That's what it's all about. Christ and what was given for you. That's a major thing for a person. Like you said, his mother got, could you imagine giving one of your daughters up to die for everybody? See, that's how major it is. That's the type of love he has. Right there. I'm gonna send my own.
That's some love.
That's some love. That's some love. I got 7 children. You sure like to spare one. If I need to rethink this thing. Okay. Go ahead, bro. Verse 24.
And when he had given thanks, he brake it and said, take, eat. This is my body, which is broken for you. This do in remembrance of me.
This do what?
In remembrance of me.
So this is a memorial thing. See what I'm talking about? So that's when you take the bread, break it, signifies the body, which was what? Broken, given for you, for the redemption of you. Keep going.
After the same manner also he took the cup, when he had supped, saying, this cup is the New Testament in my blood. This do ye, as oft as ye drink it in remembrance of me.
So all this is doing Passover. Bread is breaking, which we'll have that. We always had the bread. We also had the wine, and we'll toast up as a camp or a fellowship or an assembly, like most people do. And then that, you know what I'm saying, we doing this in remembrance of Christ. Not about the everything else that's on the table. We're going to eat in haste anyway. It wasn't about coming there, sitting there, chill, getting a fat belly, and then sitting there trying, oh, Lord, we got to give them about it. No, you're supposed to eat, so you won't be starving on the road. This is haste. Boom, 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 boom. We out of it. You see what I'm saying? But it was about the broken body of Christ and the blood that was shed. So you could be brought into the new covenant, which is the same as the old covenant. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 26. For as often as ye eat this bread and drink this cup, ye do show the Lord's death till he come.
His birthday.
The Lord's death till he come.
So the Lord told us we're supposed to be remembering his death. You don't see no birthday parties of Christ in here. You don't see none after when he was born, after he lived, after he died. He said, remember my death, right? Notice how the Most High is trying to teach us to always remember. Remember. Keep these, remember this. Because like you say, these are comfort. So when you're going through the stress, like, man, I'm getting my back with it. I got my back. Man, I remember, man, I lost everything. I never had nothing. You see what I'm saying? Lord, man, why are we going through all these curses? Well, the Bible told you. Because you transgressed my law, then these curses will be poured out upon him. Because he gave, see, once God give you a condition, then it ain't on him no more. He said, choose ye this day, life or death, blessings or curse. Once you put that on the table, who fought it? So the way to come back, so if breaking the law got us into this, getting back right with God and full faith in his Messiah, gets you right back home. If we came under that banner, we'd be out this.
So if you came to the Passover and did the Passover with the wrong state of mind, then what?
You bring me damnation.
As we keep reading, it's gonna talk about it in the script. Go ahead, keep reading.
Verse 27. Wherefore, whosoever shall eat this bread,
See? Go ahead. Whosoever shall eat this bread, go ahead.
And drink this cup of the Lord unworthy.
We don't do that. Like this is his body, this is his blood. You did. We're gonna drink the wine, we're gonna eat the unleavened bread. Like we're gonna actually do what they attempt to do every first Sunday at church. But this only happens once a year. It's Passover. There's no first Sunday of church that you do communion. Bible, biblically speaking, it was at Passover, where he broke bread with his disciples and he said, look, y'all drink that wine. I ain't drinking none of it. I drink with y'all again in my Father's kingdom. If y'all find worthy, you drink with me again. But y'all drink the rest of it amongst yourselves. I'm cool. I'm cool. Hours later, he was crucified and put to death. You feel me? So when he say, this is my body, when we eat that unleavened bread, and this is my blood for the new covenant, we drink that wine, bang. You bringing yourself into the bond of the covenant. Now, if you're not focused on that, you're going to be on some, dang, look at all this food. Look at that. Wow. Look at that bitter herb. Look at that. And you're going to start thinking this is the golden, what's the name of a golden corral?
Yeah. The spirit of thanksgiving.
Yeah, you're going to start thinking it's that. You're going to start thinking it's that instead of saying, let me stay focused because God delivered us out of bondage 3,500 years ago. Christ died for us 2,000 years ago on this same day.
Yeah.
If you don't keep that on your mind, you're going to start thinking, look at all this food.
I ain't eating for a whole
Nigga,
day.
I'm about to kick it.
So eat.
You see what I'm saying? Well, you supposed to really be on some remembering what happened. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to see some of the brothers, like not everybody, because everybody down on the same level. But you're going to see some of the brothers like Obed and Nehemiah, you know, y'all. We going to be eating like it's the Matrix in that video.
I'll be outside.
And we get back to the fellowship.
And then we right back to patrolling the doors and making sure everything cool. But we eat quick. Because the scriptures say eat the Passover quickly.
In haste.
Eat it in haste. Because you could be leaving captivity tonight. Yeah, but we over there, oh, nigga, yeah, it's all good. No, you gonna be eating that quick. Like in the Matrix, like, yeah. All good. What y'all need me to do? Go out the door? I'll be at the door. Shoes on your feet, staff in your hand, and your loins girded. Be ready to go tonight. Because the Lord could bring plagues on America tonight and deliver y'all up out of this deal. Now, how you gonna be doing that if you heat on? And your eyes bigger than your stomach.
And you drunk
So read that, because this is a warning for those that want to keep the Pesach or the Passover, but they mind, feel me? They think this is a family reunion. No, this is the Lord's feast in which He did something serious for you. He dropped the most powerful nation on the planet at that time and delivered you. So you both be in a certain mindset. All right, come on, Hebrew. What it say?
Wherefore, whosoever shall eat this bread and drink this cup of the Lord unworthily.
On who?
Unworthily.
Unworthily. Go ahead.
Shall be guilty of the body and blood of the Lord.
And you might, if you drink it eat or drink this unworthy, you might as well have killed the Messiah yourself. It's just letting you know this. Look, be serious about this. Don't be, girl. Yeah, we finna go eat some lamb and get off all that. Yes, we're going to eat lamb. Yes, we're going to eat good. But keep on your mind the sacrifice that was laid down so you can eat today. If we forget that, we ain't no good. We just as guilty as the ones that killed. That's what that's saying.
It's like the main thing we need to focus on is just drinking eat the flesh and drink the food.
Eat the bread, drink the wine. You feel me? But look, Bruce, it's like this. Just remember what the sacrifice that was laid down. You feel me? Like, look, you wouldn't even have a Bible today had not that sacrifice been laid down. There would be no Bibles to go and get at Family Dollar or Dollar Tree if you had not, if that sacrifice of what God sent was laid down for us. There would be none of this had not Moses been faithful in what he was called to do. So we remember those that came before us and say, look, they straight put their lives on the line so you could breathe today. Look, today the heathen got what's called a what? A Memorial Day. And they remember all their dead soldiers. But you don't remember none of yours.
They got that dead from you. When they had that fight on the beach in Massachusetts, killed the mass Negroes and put them in the ground.
Yeah.
And the Negro slaves went back and dug those dead bodies up and had a memorial. That's where that first Memorial Day came.
You see that? So look, even your holidays got some type of significance to it. But we, the people of God, we need to be focused on His holy days. Holy, right? Go ahead, sister. Go ahead.
So if your heart isn't right, and perhaps you're attending the Passover because you want to accommodate your spouse. So your heart isn't right, but only you would know that, the Most High would know that. Would it be better if you didn't attend, or if you attended and didn't participate?
Yeah, like if your heart not right. Now we're not talking about because you have an argument with somebody or something like that. We talking about like in your mind you like, I can't stand this.
I don't believe in that guy like
I don't believe really in that.
But I'll go because you my wife and the kids going. That's really not. Yeah, I couldn't call that healthy.
He shouldn't come.
He shouldn't.
Because look, we witnessed. I mean, I don't.
Oh,
you was there.
Yeah, I was there.
You was there that year. We witnessed the Most High choke somebody out years ago. And look, the white stuff that was coming out of his mouth is what's called croak. Is what come out of people's mouths when they have seizures, right? And the night before, while we was prepping the Passover, I told the elders and them, man, I know y'all heard what he's saying. It was like, leave him alone, man. I'm like, leave him alone. Look, he blaspheming. He's saying what we believe in the same as voodoo. I swelled up on the bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I swelled up on him. Like, man, get your ass up out of here. You feel me? Everybody's like, man, chill out, whatever. So I called one of the elders next day. I said, man, look, I know he's supposed to give a speech. He don't need to be up there.
Yep,
you feel me? Based off what he believe and what he's saying, he don't need to be up there. He already paid his way. He came up there, right? He out there. He was like, he from Haiti. Yeah, you know, he tried to talk about the Most High, and then immediately his throat froze up. And threw his finger up, right? Man, I elbow bro next to me who else we was over, like, right? So he tried to swallow some spit, get his throat together. He said something else that the Most High. Elbow bro again. I'm like, man, you see what's happening, right? Bro, next time he tried to speak, he darted to the trash can, right? His whole head and his shoulders in the trash can like that. All white stuff coming out of his mouth. All white stuff coming out of his mouth. I'm elbowing bro and them down with him like, man, I know y'all see this. I told y'all don't let this bro speak up here. Cause he blaspheming. I already knew what he was on, right? Man, he ended up croaking. Said it like he had an oatmeal beard after that. You know what I'm saying? Like
the nappy beard, yeah.
Extra juice and throw up all up in your beard and all that. He ended up having that, and then somebody tried to come to his rescue, and he was like, "No, my brother got me," or whatever. And then he was escorted. His woman ended up escorting him out of like, we need to get him out of here. You tripping? So we witnessed the Most High on Passover jack somebody up because they were trying to compare what we believe in to voodoo. You know what I'm saying? And the night before, I was static. I was ready to go there with him. Like, bro, look, you need to get up out of here. They're like, look, I'm like, look, later for the calm down. He tripping. You know what I'm saying? Next day, Lord choked him out. I witnessed it. I was up there reading it, and I seen him going, and he kept doing that. I'm like, he getting choked out. Yeah, I kept elbow on bro. Like, he getting choked out. Look at him. And man, I'm talking about the bottom quarter of the trash can. He filled up with white throw up. No food on that, was croak. It's the same thing that come on people's mouth when they have seizures. It's croak. You know what I'm saying? He fills it up. And his woman came and grabbed him afterwards, and they walked about her. I ain't seen him since. That was 2011. Now that was 2012. My son was a couple months old. That was 2012 Passover. You feel me? So we gotta take this thing serious, is what I'm saying. Understand why you there. We're not there just to eat. We gonna eat and enjoy. It's gonna be some good food, some good eating, but understand why you there spiritually before you even take a bite of anything. Okay? What else we got? Come on.
First 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 28.
Yeah.
But let a man examine himself.
Let a man who?
Examine himself.
Examine yourself. Are you really here for what thus saith the Lord, or are you here to please somebody else? Oh man, look, I'm here to please the Most High. I ain't tripping on nobody else. Care about nobody else. All right, go ahead.
And so let him eat of that bread.
So if you examine yourself, eat that bread. If you there to please your God, eat that bread. Go ahead.
And drink of that cup.
And drink that wine. Go ahead.
For he that eateth and drinketh unworthily, eateth and drinketh damnation to himself.
Like, look, I got Passover tickets. If anybody want to go, it's all good. I got them now. You understand? But take this thing serious is all I'm saying. Are we gonna sing good that night? Of course. Are we gonna be making music that night? Of course. Are we gonna eat good tonight? Of course. Is all the babies gonna be running around enjoying themselves? Of course. But you as an adult, understand what you're doing. You ain't there to say, oh man, look at all this, boy. I'm about to gain 20 pounds up in here. Nah, man, you here to remember what the Most High God decreed and did for you, and he's continuing to do for you. And what he set his son to do for you. You understand? Let's keep that in perspective. As long as you keep that in mind, eat and enjoy yourself.
Even with that, sister, though, you know what I mean? A person could come, but I would like tell them not to eat.
Oh, no, or just
be a witness, you know.
Let them know what they're getting themselves into.
Yeah, say like let them know whatever. Not be like, you know, if you ain't really truly about this, you know what I'm saying, whatever not, don't eat this, or whatever not, just come, you know what I mean, fellowship, see what's going on or whatever not, you know, and then don't partake of the food, of the meat and drink, you know what I'm saying. And then also too, what Christ did for us, you know what I'm saying, it was able for us to have that hope when we die. To have that hope of a resurrection, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, but not. You know what happened in the past, you know, with us in Egypt and stuff like that, you know, that was for the death angel to pass over us. But now, you know what I'm saying, what he did die for us now, you know what I'm saying, is for that eternal death, that eternal separation, that eternal separation, you know what I'm saying, because when we die, you know what I'm saying, our spirit go live on. But it's the eternal separation, you know what I'm saying, from God the Father. Because if a man loses a woman, you know what I'm saying, and you can never be with her no more, you feel some type of pain, you know what I'm saying, just like when a woman is not around her man. Imagine that with God forever. You know what I'm saying? Imagine that pain. That's suffering.
That's some suffering,
you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Not because, you know, a woman left me before, man. And I couldn't eat, sleep, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna repeat that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can rewind the video. You know what I'm saying?
Left you before.
Yeah, you know.
I've been dumped 1,000,000 times.
Yeah, you know how it goes, man. You know what I'm saying? Some of us not like that lucky.
Like, hey.
But you know what I mean, though. You know what I'm saying? When a woman leaves you or whatever, not that suffering, that pain you feel or whatever, now you don't want to sleep, you can't eat. You know, y'all laughing and shit. That's serious as a mug.
You can eat.
You know? So imagine, you know what I'm saying,
You can eat.
with that
That's why he's
separation.
skinny now.
Man, please.
She
I
left
got the
this
best
week.
sleep of my life.
She left this week.
Man, you talking about you can eat. Man, please.
That boy was singing, I can't eat, baby, without you in my life.
Baby, I deserve.
First Corinthians 11.
I don't know, son.
Chapter 20.
I don't know. I don't know. You.
Talk about that thing, didn't we, bro?
I don't know about all that. Can eat and sleep.
Oh, then he crap is woo, 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 bro.
Hey, y'all can mock me all you want to, man.
Girl, you know I love you. Yeah, come on, bro. Where you at, Bob?
Hey, Bruce, what you laughing at,
Hey, hey, look at him. Him on you too. Holla, Azariah, what up, bro? He said, hell no. Bruce said he couldn't eat.
Hey, Bruce be doing that like this.
Nah, I don't know about all that. You on me, bro? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. No. I love my sisters, but you know.
Hey, boy, he's your brother.
I love the sisters, but hey, you know, I'm not gonna lose no nanosecond of sleep. Best sleep I ever got in my life. I don't know, man. I was about 8 years.
The mischief you get rid of. Sometimes you get the best sleep ever. Like,
Man.
that got out of my hair.
I would.
But I'll be like,
I don't even want to get personal, but it was the best sleep I had in my life. I'm like, oh my God, this is right on time.
Hey, you're Bruce. I can't eat.
Come on, let's get it.
1 Corinthians 11,
Yeah.
verse 29.
Yes, sir.
Fridays.
For he that eateth and drinketh unworthily,
Uh-huh.
eateth and drinketh damnation to himself.
You eat and drink of damnation to yourself. Y'all see that? So take the Passover serious. Because if you have a different mindset of than what the Most High did for us and what Christ did to sacrifice for us, you'll be eating this wrongfully and you'll eat damnation. In other words, you'll be destroying yourself. You understand? You don't want to destroy yourself.
No.
And that ain't to scare nobody. Just come to the Passover with a mind that like, I'm going to remember what God did for us in Egypt, and I'm going to remember what Christ did for us on the execution stake.
So if you got, let me ask you this, you have a spouse that don't ain't really feeling this, but just doing it because you doing it, you know, should you just go through scripts first, like you said, at home?
Yeah.
That would be good.
When they still not feeling it, I'll see.
Tell them stay at home.
I'll be home. I'll be home after Passover.
Right.
Because you don't want them to eat damnation to themselves.
And then you know
Meaning
what?
become.
Don't pray on to ask the Most High to deal with his part.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
There you go. Stand in the void for him like that. That's strong. That's powerful.
All right, go ahead.
Not discerning the Lord's body.
Yeah.
For this cause many are weak.
Oh, many are who?
Many are weak.
So you're not discerning the Messiah's body. You eating this unworthily. You eating damnation to yourself. And he said, this cause many are who?
Are weak.
Weak and what else?
And sickly among you.
And sick among us, amongst the body. You weak and you
there's
sick.
one more, though.
What else? Go ahead.
And many sleep.
And many who?
And many sleep.
That ain't talking about sleeping, going to bed every night. That's talking about sleeping, dying.
Oh, wow.
Because what's up with it, bro? You all good? He talking about what? He talking about eating the Passover unworthily. He talking about eating the Passover unworthily. But it's cause many are sick, right? Many are weak, and many sleep. All right, go ahead.
Verse 31.
Yeah.
For when we judge ourselves, we should not be judged.
So if we judge ourselves, meaning if we critique ourselves every night or whatever, would nobody else be able to judge you because you'll be going over to every day. Okay, dang, I tripped right there. I should have said that. I did this earlier. I should have did this. If you judge yourself, nobody else will be able to judge you because you're critiquing everything you did. All right, go ahead, Bruce.
No, I'm a firm believer in it. Like I believe like you can't pass judgment on somebody if you don't critique your own. So like you said me about my life and your life ain't together. So like
Bruce, because you don't know what judgment.
I always check my situation before I try to shed light on somebody else's situation because like I can give you my input, but how can I use input of mine if I ain't hitting the right direction?
I know. True about this. Is that if you're doing what they're doing, or
no? I'm just saying in general. Like say business. You try to tell somebody like, man, you need to be on your priorities and stuff like that. You ain't even take care of your own business. Like, how you tell me about raising my kid? You don't even have your own.
So that's you doing the same thing they're doing.
No, I'm just saying that's how people do it.
No doubt.
Like, me, I don't do that. Like, I check my situation first before I try to pass or give my input because, like, my life not perfect. So how can I give you my insight if I ain't perfect?
Yes, look, I'm with you. I'm saying, but you just talk about bills and somebody not paying bills. Right? So we talking about you doing the same thing somebody else doing and trying to pass judgment. Like, look, like say you was something against God, right? It's a whole range of spectrum of that. Say you was, we ain't gotta get specific. Say your lifestyle was against God, right? But my lifestyle ain't outside of my shortcoming of whatever it may be. But my lifestyle ain't against God, but yours is. When you run across me, my duty and job is to tell you, get yourself together. Outside of you saying, Mally, I don't know, man, you ran that stop sign yesterday. I don't know, you didn't have your seatbelt on. You see what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, if you passing judgment on the situation or discerning between what's right and wrong, and you're guilty on it, then your argument stands. Like, I'm gonna tell you stop speeding and I speed, right? But if you being like, say you have sex with your dog, I ain't never in my life had sex with my dog and never will, and I know that's what you're doing. I'm gonna tell you flat out, you better stop that and repent before the Most High kill you, bro. That's fornication according to the law. I know, but look, I'm saying is, if I'm not guilty of the same crime, I'm letting you know to correct yourself of. You understand? And I'm fully in the right position to tell you, stop that. Outside of my flaws. My flaws may be I drink Remy VSOP. My flaws may be I go to the casino twice a week. My flaws may be whatever, but if my flaw ain't I lay with my dog every night, then I'm in full capability to tell you, Bruce, stop committing bestiality. Having sex with your dog is fornication. It's an unlawful sexual act. You feel me? So what you said earlier was about something that somebody was already doing and not doing. You feel me? To where it's like, okay, that makes sense. You got your priorities in order. I ain't got my priorities in order. But if I have my priorities in order, you understand? And you don't, me as your brother need to tell you, stop that. Don't do that. All right, go ahead, Yoel.
Yeah, like, understand this. We ain't nothing but links in the chain, bro. You a king, you a lord, and you a god. That is a true fact, bro. But at the same time, you get orders and you are a servant. So you have many titles. So if you got many titles, your first title is servant. But you want to go on Judgment Day by your king. Good and faithful servant. Why? Because you regulated and because you gave down orders. What orders? You gave down orders that he received from on his high. You understand? You ain't nothing but a link in a chain. So if you going off doing something, brother, regardless of not, it's wrong, is wrong. It's upon you, it's a duty that you have as a man, as a king, as a lord, and as a God to pass down the pipe. These are orders that I have. Either you see me going off on them, these are orders. You feel me? These are orders. I can't do nothing but do my job and tell you what the orders are that has been passed down the pipe. Regardless of how you may feel about them, regardless if you catch me in the strip joint or some shit, whatever, Regardless of the fact, these are the orders that were given to the King, Lord, and God. That he has to pass down and it does his best to do it himself.
656.
Amen.
48.
So look, I'm gonna tell you like this, Bruce. I probably catch this flack more than any of these people, right? Because I see something, and I say something. First thing you hear, oh, you can't say nothing. You. See, that's nothing. Just because what a man used to do, we recognize what I used to do, right? But you understand what I do now, right? So now, when I tell you that you all, first thing me always get was used to.
That's a past.
You see what I'm saying? Look, that's why I'm telling you, you should. Because I know better. You see what I'm saying? Every man that sat in the judgment seat was a man of sin, just like no man sinneth not. So do we not tell nobody they off because we all done sinned in this room? Or do I love you enough to say, hey man, you know what? Hey man, you know, I figure like that what you need. Hey, that's all. Or if I see you going, I say, hey man, you know what? You know that ain't what you want. But I'm telling you what I always get. You on Facebook, you'll see it heavy. I get it all the time. Oh, you can't talk about nobody. What me used to do? Hey, don't matter what I used to do. You know what I'm doing now, don't you?
There shouldn't be no pastor thing.
You see what I'm saying? It shouldn't be
right,
it shouldn't
right,
be
exactly.
Kids shouldn't be getting no whoopings. Nobody should be going to jail. Nobody should be mad at nobody for nobody doing it because everybody's sick. Ain't nobody tell nobody nothing. That's the way to be.
It don't.
It don't make sense.
How you got order?
Because like he said, you're a link in the chain. The order came from up earth. So God gave those same simple men that sat in Moses' seat. Even Christ said, do what they say, but not as they do. Do as they say. Do it. Because it comes from God. You have to do it. You see what I'm saying? Now, you heard the proverbial, well, you know, don't shoot, you know, me. I'm the messenger.
Yeah, the message.
I'm just the messenger. You see what I'm saying? And look, sometimes the message comes through at least, you know, most desirable places.
Yeah.
A bum can walk up to you. The Lord says you need to stop doing whatever it is you do. You might not try to receive it because it's bum, but then it might speak to your like, man. That's what you might say. But then you gotta ask yourself, what did that bum see or what did that bum really receive? And then you gotta ask yourself, be careful how you entertain strangers. You never know what was said to you. That might have been an angel straight telling you to stop before you go all the way left. So sometimes, man, I tell people, don't trip off. Just is it sign? If somebody tell you something, you can go to chapter and verse and it's there, that's sign. Don't be mad if I told you to do it. If I told you to do it, I just said, your brother, just me, I saw it. I saw it. And I'm telling you nothing about judging and sentencing, correction, and reproof. People, stop saying you can't judge.
Yes.
Because that's not what's going on here. If I caught you sleeping with another man, the judgment is death. That example that brother gave you about bestiality, that judgment is death to you and that dog.
That's right.
So you ain't getting judged. You're getting corrected and reproved and edified. It's not judgment. So when people say, man, only God can judge you, you really don't want God to. You gotta tell them, because if I'm not judging you, I ain't picked up a brick and hit nobody in this room.
Exactly.
I ain't judged nobody.
So you can't be guilty of judging nobody, you feel me? Because you ain't put nobody to death for the crimes that they committed against God.
And look, your great, me and Maddie talked this a long time, you too. Your greatest enemy is your enemy.
Yeah.
Fight yourself in the mirror, bro. You, like you said, sir, man, if you check yourself, then you get yourself together. Look, we didn't have to get caught doing certain stuff to say, I can't do that. Check yourself before you get checked. And if your brother see it, that's just love that told you. That's all. These two brothers. If he see his brother go off and vice versa, he loves his brother and say, hey man, why don't you come to Bible study? That's love that brought his brother here. That's love. Hey man, look, you know what I be on. You might not totally agree. Hey, but just come and listen. If you got a question, shoot it out, brother, all that shit. That's love. Man, he can come and take what he got. Whatever he say, you know, my brother, love me enough to make sure he's trying to save my soul and stuff.
Real talk.
Let me get a little quick witness to what you're talking about. Ezekiel 33 and 9.
Oh, if thou warn the wicked. Come on.
They say, nevertheless, if thou warn the wicked of his way to turn from it, if he do not turn from his way, he shall die in his iniquity. But thou hast delivered thy soul. Therefore, O thou son of man, speak unto the house of Israel. Thus ye speak, saying, if our transgressions and our sins be upon us, and we pine away in them. That's like a pine tree. If you stick and it is sticking to you, you just can't get it off. You just can't kill that dead man. If we pine away in them, real talk. Yes. That's how we did live. You right there. You right. How you gonna win if you stuck to your sins and you can't? And hold up. If you listen to that script, 9 and 10, it said if you tell you, so you have to tell the brother.
That's right.
You feel me? And then you don't want to pine away yours. That's a two-part situation now. So you gotta tell them and then check yourself. Check yourself. Okay, then, like the brother said, almost. Make sure I'm circumspect. Yeah. So the spirit is with me, so I can begin to get the word out there. And the Lord is with you on my journey.
Cause somebody gonna bring up your past, bro. I keep telling you.
Man, look, my past get brought up all the time.
But you know what?
That's what it is.
He tell you they're gonna have their faces gonna be frowned up. They're gonna be ugly at you.
And look, Ezekiel was a sinner.
I'm gonna make your forehead just as hard as they forehead.
And God spoke to him to speak to Israel. But he was a sinner. Okay, Ezekiel never committed a sin. He had to, because he did. The wages of sin is death. That's what it is. Everybody that has sinned has died. So has he sinned? Has David sinned? And I'm like, God, he sinned. You're Solomon sinned. Abraham, all of
felony sins.
Everybody, say, go ahead, you for the sin. All have sinned and fallen short. That don't mean we don't sit here and it's like mom. Mom committed sins, right? But if she see her daughters go on, you think she ain't gonna stand in the voice try to correct her daughter? Oh, they gonna say, well, mom, you can't talk. You was a little girl and you did bad too. Next time you hear. Next time you hear. The chastisement shall be upon thee. It's just love, man. That's all. It's love. Love corrects. When somebody who loves you, they gonna correct you. You see what I'm saying? When I could be all the bad daddies in the world, but as long as you know I was your dad. That's it.
And like, and understand, like, just because you sin, that don't mean you can't be perfect.
That's right.
That don't mean you can't be perfect.
We had a whole class.
Because if you go to Matthew chapter 19, and if you look at the conversation with him, he had a conversation with the young rich man. The young rich man talks to him. He said, good master, what good things shall I do that I may have eternal life? He said to him, he said, why call thou me good? There is none good but one, that is the Father. But if thou wilt enter into life, he said, keep the commandments. And what was his response? He said, I've done all that from my youth up. So we got the perfect individual, the perfect chin checker, perfect spiritual checker. He didn't say nothing about, you can't do that. He said, okay, if thou will be perfect, it's a two-part situation. He had a faith. You had the works, but you didn't have faith in the Messiah.
And you know what else? You know the biggest part about that? I try to bring out for people to see is that when he told him to give it all he had and follow me, he couldn't do it. He went away sorrowful. Wow. So what did he make his God?
This world. This world.
So what was his God?
Materialistic, man. This world, because he said, if you give all of it away, you will have treasures in heaven. Man, you don't give it to her. What else you need? I got more in my pocket, If I could live eternally, and have more, why wouldn't I get it up? Because he had care for this world, bro. He had a care for this world, same way like Esau. Sold a morsel, I want to live longer in this world. People love this world and don't get it twisted. Some of us Hebrews can get attached to this world and don't want to leave out. You feel me? Feeling good now, feeling good, happy. Hey, look, you don't think of that though. Every day of your life, you should be thinking of the kingdom.
That's right.
It shouldn't be one day that go by your life that you don't have a thought in your mind. Man, I want the kingdom, man.
Let's say during day and night.
That's right.
You shouldn't have nothing in the world that you can't walk away from.
I'm not commanded you to be strong in the word. That's right.
Hey, here's the kicker part about that. And for everybody that done dealt with all these different religions, when I was in Christianity and I read that scripture, I said to myself, how am I going to think about this day and night? I'm like, I didn't understand it. But now, I understand very well.
Like your whole
I understand very well. That Christianity stuff, I couldn't think about that day and night. I'm like, when I be having to press myself to go to church on Sunday, day and night, but this here, I understand very well.
I'm gonna tell y'all, I've been around
Very
a lot of y'all a long time. I done seen a lot of folks in a lot of y'all. I ain't just somebody like I'm purposely looking, but you already know if you in this walk, we all are growing. I done seen changes in the way the hours y'all work, the way everybody move, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of it should be getting better. Like y'all look, Tootie get up ad day on Facebook. Thank you Lord for that damn I can see two every morning. I'm praising that most have for another breath. Where we at, bro?
1 Corinthians 11,
Should be almost a kid, like 32.
verse 32.
Yep.
But when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord.
That's what that whooping we just talking about. Ain't that whooping?
Yes, sir.
That's when the judgment taking place. See, other than that, we just corrected, edifying, praise. How they just came to the news. That's how I call the Lord. Go ahead, bro.
That we should not be condemned with the world. Wherefore, my brethren, when ye come together to eat, tarry one for another. And if any man hunger, let him eat at home.
Why did he say it? Remember this whole thing was talking about it's not about the food.
Right.
If you came here with just the mission of eating the hunger, then go home. This ain't why you here. You didn't come here to get a full belly. If the Lord is telling you to eat in haste, and you should be thinking that right now, you should be hearing that trumpet, like you say you should hear every first of the month, you supposed to be thinking that, look, the Lord was even getting prepared for the road. You don't need a whole lot. I'm going to take care of you while you're on the road in the wilderness. I gave you your manna, your quail, your water. You didn't need nothing. I just gave you enough to get up out of here to start the journey.
Right.
And don't forget to talk about that because we got to understand where this started at, man. When he brought our people up out of their first captivity.
Well, not the first captivity.
You know what? When you come
Egypt wasn't the first. Egypt was the first captivity.
Babylon?
Egypt was the first captivity, bro. Egypt
was the first captivity.
Right. So when
you right. I stand corrected.
Because you got to multiply in the land same way like that.
I'm thinking Nimrod. I'm thinking Nimrod.
Playing murder.
Man, what it is.
You got to keep killing them all.
I'm just saying what my head was thinking.
But you know what? When you go to the Passover, you actually begin to take everybody's mind frame should be is that they at the last supper with Christ. They sitting amongst them. When they begin to eat, they need to sit thick as if they sit right there at the table with Christ and taking it in.
And then the matter with Judas,
a lot of our people be happy when Passover come up and it's going down. You should be mourning.
Yes.
You should be mourning for your Messiah. They said it was a gloomy time. It wasn't no sun shining. It was gloomy around that time. It was rough. The Messiah just got killed. Anybody that's talking of his name getting slayed. This was a rough time right here.
And he was under captivity under Rome.
The disciples need to stay away with him while he went to pray. Like, I come back, y'all sleep. Just ask y'all to pray for me.
It was watching.
And that's deep too, man. Like you said, if this cup could be passed, you know what? Not my will, but your will.
Yeah.
That's another thing. It's always about the Father.
Way, Father, let it be so.
And he told you in the book of Hebrews, because of the things he obeyed, he became the author of our what? Salvation.
But what you just said, sister, about when Christ was in the Garden of Gethsemane and he was praying, and the disciples, they was falling asleep or whatever or not, you know, and that's right before, you know, all this transpired.
Yeah,
right before Passover, as we see as spirituals, we see a lot of, for lack of better words, fuck shit going on. You know what I'm saying? We see a lot of that, a lot of it going on right before Passover.
We walked in it.
Yeah, you know, right before Passover.
But you know what? Let me say this. Touching back with what you just said today. Majority of all my clients came in here. They were in the morning. They was either leaving a funeral or on their way to a funeral. Somebody just died. Out of all 6-7 clients that came up in here, all of them was in that back room in the morning.
My first
Just what you just saying. All this happened right before the Passover. Like everybody came through here was on depressed. Somebody just got killed. I gotta go to the funeral more. It was like 2-3 people. That funeral was tomorrow.
So that's to throw our
like,
spirits off, man. You know what I'm saying? Our mentality off, you know, of what we're reading here today. All this stuff or whatever went out that transpired towards the Passover. Because, you know, we might get into it. Brothers might get into it with a brother, whatever the case may be. Now, I might say I apologize to his brother or whatever the case may be. But secretly, you know what I mean? I'm still like feeling, you know what I'm saying? I want to punch this nigga in his mouth. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. You know what I mean?
You could say sour.
I don't know, man, but I
that was real though. That was real. That was real.
So then we go into Passover now, and we got the fake Joker smile on our face. You know what I'm saying?
So what you doing to yourself?
We eat damnation to ourselves, but we have that spirit to whereas we want to stay awake, like how the disciples wanted to. They wanted to stay awake in the Garden of Gethsemane, but them niggas was sleeping. You know what I'm saying? That's why where he said right here, where he says right here, for this cause many are weak and sickly among you, and many sleep. You know what I mean? So what you said earlier regarding, you know what I'm saying, regarding how our brothers were sleeping with Christ, you know, not with Christ, but while he was, you know, praying, that spirit, it's just that spirit that we have to remind ourselves, man, there's a wicked spirit, you know what I'm saying, that the devil put out, you know what I'm saying, even strong, even more powerful. Not even more powerful, but more powerful than the rest of the year during this time.
Yeah, he wants you to miss the morning.
And that was like right after they had ate the Lord's Supper, that spirit of itis jumped on them, bro. That's why we gotta watch that too. You know what I'm saying? Don't come back to eat. So, you know what I'm saying? Let that spirit of itis jump on you.
That last verse.
Okay.
Right after you get done eating.
1 Corinthians 11, verse 34. And if any man hunger, let him eat at home, that ye come not together unto condemnation. And the rest will I set in order when I come.
You know what I'm saying? So we now have a deeper understanding that the Passover is not about the meats, the eats, and all that. It's about the mindset and remembering what God has did. That was the last verse. About what the Most High has did for us, how He delivered us, how He brought us. You know what I'm saying? It's about you got a song for us, Joel? Psalms 9.
Psalms 9.
Good session. I was getting ready to read up out of there, but yeah, just to hit over again, man. The importance of Passover is not about the meat, eats, and all that, man. It's about remembering what happened over 3,000 years ago. Remember what happened over 2,000 years ago with Messiah, and in hopes that the Lord would deliver us and bring us out of this captivity this time.
Joel, you got that?
You gonna read that 9? Yeah, bring that line out with you, bro. What man?
Psalm 9, chapter 9, right?
Y'all good? Go ahead, let's get it done.
You'll tell Daddy
What song we doing?
Psalm chapter 9.
Chapter 9.
Let's go explain the bruh. Explain the bruh what we do, what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do what we do. We face Jerusalem. True about this. When you read the Bible, you don't see none of this, right? And you don't see holding hands in a circle when it's something praying. When you read the Bible tells you to face the land that you was brought from. You was brought from Jerusalem. So being in the West, we face East. We're not Muslims, we're not Muslims praying toward Mecca, and we're not white Jewish folk praying toward a Wailing Wall. Scripture tells you, Daniel chapter 6, 1 Kings chapter 8, face the land you was brought from. That's why it's important for you to know who you are. You gotta know who you was brought, where you was brought from into bondage. In order. All right, so look, we face Jerusalem, which is east. Okay. Then according to 1 Timothy 2:8, 1 Kings 8:54, scripture says you spread forth your hands. Not clasp them like you praying, like everybody told us to pray when you was young. Like this. They told us to pray like this. No, the scripture says actually spread forth your hands. Okay? Then tell for the men to uncover their heads and for the women to cover their heads when they're praying and prophesying. So everything we do is out the Bible. We're not making nothing up.
Yeah,
all right?
West niggas.
All right, my bro got it.
Bring it on in, yo ass. Yo.
What's this? What Psalm you?
Psalm chapter 9.
Psalm chapter 9. Oh, the song chapter 9.
Shabbat shalom to the family, man.
Shabbat shalom.
All praise the Most High's permission. Psalms of David, chapter 9, verse 1.
Yeah.
I will praise thee, O Yahweh, with my heart. I will show forth all thy marvelous works. I will be glad and rejoice in thee. I will sing praise to thy name, O thou Most High.
That's right.
When my enemies are turned back, they shall fall and perish at thy presence. For thou hast maintained my right and my cause. Thou hast sat in thy throne, judging right. Thou hast rebuked the heathen.
That's right.
And hast destroyed the wicked.
Yes.
Thou hast put out their name forever and ever. O thou enemy, destruction are come to a perpetual end.
That's right.
And thou hast destroyed cities. Their memorials is perished with them. But the Lord shall endure forever.
That's right.
He has prepared his throne for judgment.
That's right.
And he shall judge the world in righteousness.
Yes.
He shall minister judgment to the people in uprightness. The Lord also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in time of trouble. And they that know thy name will put their trust in thee.
That's right.
For thou, O Yahweh, has not forsaken them that seek thee. Sing praises to Yahweh, which dwelleth in Zion. Declare among the people his doing. When he maketh inquisitions for blood, he remembereth them. He forgetteth not the cry of the humble. Have mercy upon me, O Yahweh. Consider my trouble, which I suffer of them that hate me, that lifteth me up for the gates of death, that I may show forth all the praise in the gates of the daughters of Zion. I will rejoice in thy salvation. The heathen are sunk down in the pit that made it, and in the net which they hid is their own foot taken.
That's right.
The Lord is known by the judgment which he executes.
That's right.
The wicked is snared in the work of his own hand.
That's right.
Yehikiah, Selah. The wicked shall be turned into hell. And all the nations that forget Yahweh.
That's right.
For the needy shall not always be forgotten.
The expectations of the poor shall not be perished forever. Arise, O Yahweh, let not man prevail. Let the heathens be judged in thy sight. Put them in fear, O Yahweh, that the nations may know thyself to be put men. Hallelujah. Selah. Hallelujah. Selah.
You keep reading. Let them follow you.
Selah.
Keep reading.
Selah.
Hey, man, what's up with your brothers, man? What's up with your brothers, man?
Yahoo.
All praise, glory, and honor. Shabbat shalom, family. You understand? Hey, class some more. Another session will be broadcasting live Sunday, the Hebrew Israelite Radio Network. Monday morning quarterbacking. 4-day stretch of script spitting. And the Most High be with us all. Shalom. What's up, Ted? What you been on?
Staying low, working.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's going on, family? How you be?